7:15, that means the struggle stream. But we probably late, so it might be 8. You know, I just ate on this freestyle I created. So hit that like, subscribe, cause we about to go live. Struggle strength, risking super rig. We try our best, but we still. 1 week it's the video, 1 week it's the audio. One time YouTube kicked us off cause super internet was slow. Sometimes super disappear because it's camera battery low. And sometimes Brisker disappear. He got a date, he gotta go. You appreciate the game, cause y'all never ever complain. Always coming back every night for that.
It's right now. So you know what time it is. It's time for the dopest show in the universe.
Yo, what's the business? Your local neighborhood Super Rig. Off in this thing. Here my boy Briss. What's poppin', dog?
Good, bro. You know, it's always a good-ass day when you wake up alive. It is cold as the fuck outside, though. I don't like it. Anything below 40 degrees when I wake up is unacceptable.
Yeah, it is. It is cold as a bitch outside. Yeah, anything below, I want to say like 74 is time to get. We need to do something about this global warming. Welcome to Struggle Stream Wednesday. I've been out of commission for like the last 5 days. I took off and I was sick, but like a weird kind of sick. Not no coughing, hacking, indigestion type sick. One COVID. It wasn't none of that. My eyeballs hurt and my body was just like, fuck the world. And last night I had some crazy ass chills and shit. And then, all of a sudden, woke up this morning, I felt perfectly fine. I did take some goddamn NyQuil. The fuck? I got a new damn control arm and shit, which is tripping. It don't want me to control the motherfucker. Son of a bitch. Oh yeah. But yeah, so my eyeballs was hurting. I seen Goods wear these glasses. I remember one time I was watching live and they asked him about the glasses. He was like, I don't even wear no goddamn glasses. This is to block all the blue beams and shit from the computer screens. So I think my eyes been being affected by the blue beams and shit as well. So that's why I got these on. However,
good chance.
They make shit kind of yellow, so I'm probably gonna take these hoes off. How was your Thanksgiving, man? How did you?
And it was dope, man. I had a bunch of family over and stuff. Family I ain't seen in a while, so it was dope. I smoked a brisket the day before Thanksgiving, but then we had like regular Thanksgiving on that Thursday and shit.
Yeah, I did not think it was gonna be a brisket. I was like, oh my gosh, it's like this nigga's about to go into some crazy details right about now. But yeah, man, that's good. I hope all y'all had a good holiday season as well. Hope everybody is doing good, made it home safely. Thanks for everybody who wished me well yesterday when I got on the live and let y'all know I was out there in the sick bed. Tonight we will be talking about Diddy and the documentary and 50 Cent. A lot of people, I am very shocked and confused about the reaction to this documentary. So we'll be talking about
what you shocked about? I guess
people steady saying everybody like, oh, 50 fucked up for this, he petty, this, and I'm like, did y'all watch the goddamn documentary and shit? Because I thought it was gonna be some real life 50 just on there. I thought 50 was gonna be narrating and shit, and the shit was gonna be completely different than what it was. I was like, oh, this is a goddamn real documentary and shit. But yeah,
I mean, it is a real documentary though, but like 50 is next level petty, and technically for street shit, technically you're not supposed to be doing that shit.
Doing what?
Technically. Tell him. This nigga wrote
You
a whole
can't tell no
documentary
shit
about
that's
this
already
shit.
out there. You can't.
Like I said,
you can't tell.
I am not saying, I am not calling 50 a snitch or abide by any of those rules. But I'm saying, based upon what motherfuckers be saying, you're not supposed to do if you in that life. You definitely not supposed to make a documentary about this nigga.
Well, guess who we talking about? We talking about 50 damn cents. 50 Cent ain't been in that life since goddamn 1999 and shit. That nigga ain't been in that life since Get Rich or Die Trying. He got rich.
I'm not mad at him. Though. I think it's entertaining. I think it's funny, to be honest with you.
I ain't heard the last time 50 Cent referred to himself as a thug or a gangster or any of that shit. So, but we go get into them details and shit, because more people more like, oh, you should have let that shit go. I was like, we gonna talk about, we got a lot of bullshittery news. We gonna touch on the Meg Thee Stallion, her winning her case and how that will affect the new media as well.
She won the case against the streamer.
Yeah, she won, and we're gonna talk about some of the details, how that affect us, and how much.
Hear about that.
Just hear about that. How much money Fraudry would get from me if it was ever. I'm thinking it's about $8 bajillion and shit.
I just want to make sure it is said that we are joking about everything that we about to say.
Oh yeah, we gotta pre-say that everything we gonna say is a joke. This is a satire channel. Please don't believe, especially anything I say about Aubrey, Drake, Grant type of bullshit. Anything I say about Drake, no, it's a joke. All right. Anything from this point on, anything I say is an exaggeration, made up shit, is not to be believed. Okay, it is no way somebody could suck 15 dicks in 2 seconds. So if you ever hear me say some shit like that, that's a joke. That's hyperbole. That can't even happen in real life. All right. Let's see.
I mean, Diddy could get juices from 15 of those rubbed on his nipple. Wow. In a few seconds.
You can.
Because you almost forget about that kind of heinous shit that occurred, nigga. You almost forget. It's been so long and so much shit has occurred that you almost forget this man was putting man juice on his nipples, nigga.
Man juice and or children. And check this out. I gotta apologize to the male stripper dude that had the crack pipe lips and shit. He articulated himself very well in this documentary, and he just didn't need to do that shit outside. You know what I'm saying? So we go cover that. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, these are my Diddy notes. So, and then Akademiks is sucking the fraudster's penis online, hyperbole. Well, how can I say this in court so I can be like, Your Honor, when I say sucking penis, what I mean is he is on his jock. Do you remember that saying from the late 8? Okay, you listen to EPMD too? Hell yeah. Hey, okay, cool. And then, so that's what I mean for anybody
I would say this. I can say this. Akademiks is a bitch that was out here talking to fucking 15-year-old boys. I said if his homie could hit, if he got a sex change, if he would get pregnant and shit. Like, that's some of the most weirdest shit I have ever heard on the fucking internet. Fuck Akademiks.
Hey.
Bitch.
It ain't nothing even to add to that. I can't even add nothing. We all agree with that shit. I'm sure the Akademiks mama watching right now like, hell yeah, that nigga, that's what I'm talking about. Before we get started, we are going to run over to the question of the night real quick. Are you still eating leftovers from last week's day? And currently right now, out of 24 votes, 58% of y'all said no, I care about my digestive tract. 21% of y'all are still rolling them dice out there. Yeah. God damn. And cause this is, y'all do know we 7 days away from last time and shit. You can't even open goddamn hot dogs and shit. They say 7 days, you eat this shit in 7 days. And then 21% of y'all are much like me and didn't cook shit. We ate Joe's Pizza. Me and my son did for the Thanksgiving. And Joe's Pizza out in Carrollton is that's my brand new favorite real pizzeria out there. It's not my favorite pizza Joe's overall. Pizza. Yeah, they got several of them.
I've seen that, but I've never been in there.
Yeah, they got them all over Dallas and shit, at least in North Dallas. And what's crazy, that damn zip code policing is real. That the zip code, how they call that shit? It's called
food desert shit.
Nah, dynamic pricing. So I don't know if y'all know this and shit, but depending on what your zip code is, so dynamic, and I'm gonna talk about this on my show tomorrow because I feel good now. So tomorrow I'm gonna be on my show because I took off tomorrow too. So over there I'm gonna talk about dynamic pricing tomorrow. But just for those that aren't aware, dynamic pricing is when they change the price based upon current variables. So the apps on your phone know if you got an iPhone or Android. They know your zip code because they know your location. They know where they're going. So there are apps and companies that if you have an iPhone, you say in the zip code that match they thing, you go pay a little bit more for shit than somebody that's somewhere else online and shit. And it may be coming to grocery stores, but Joe's ass, they got a Joe's over there in Carrollton, a Joe's up there on the way to Frisco. The one up on the way to Frisco, the motherfuckers charge like $1 more for everything. $1 more for, but because of that zip code where it's at though. And the one over there is less. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow amongst other things. So make sure y'all get over to What's the Business with Super Rig tomorrow. Let's see who in the house. Let's see who the struggle crew is in the house. We got Poison Ivy, what's the business?
Shut up, Poison Ivy.
Redley Rails, what's good? What's the business?
Shut up, Really Rails asked me a question earlier. I'm gonna just say I can neither confirm nor deny. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna put you on the block, on the chopping block for that. I'm just assume that it was a wholesome question of positivity. Let's see who else. LLB in the house. Shout out to all the moderators that's in the house as well. Appreciate y'all. Jaded Mass, what's the business? How are you?
Shout out.
Philly Diva 2K, what's the business with you, OG? Let's see.
Philly Diva said I think she said her daughter was in Dallas and she was telling her the temperatures was close to Philly.
What? Yeah, it was. It was fucked. It is currently fucked up.
You want to know something? So I was pissed off about that. I got to work today, and I walked past my boss. He like, "Hey man, what you doing here?" I'm like, "I'm coming to work." He like, "You got on a calendar?" He like, "You actually off another day and shit." I was like, "God damn."
Damn.
I look at the calendar like, "Fuck." Definitely was, but I'm already here now.
Yeah. That's like having your children over when it's your weekend and shit, and then they about to leave, and then you buy them some food, and they be like, "Oh yeah, this is what I got before I came over here, because you know the child support check came earlier this week." You be like, "Fuck, give me that shit back." Yeah, man. Let's see who else. Legendary Elise, what's up? OG. Our newest, one of the oldest people, but one of the newest moderators. Lady Lex, what's the business?
Shut up, Lady Lex.
Yeah, don't nobody like DJ Sackett, like on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? It's real fucked up when you make money not be cool to have and shit. Like, well, L Bitty says, I'm not surprised with the Diddy doc. Hold on. I'm not surprised with the Diddy doc being professional. 50 is trying to scale up to the billions. Plus, we all know Diddy deserves to be shamed. And
yes,
now,
he definitely does.
Look, I shit on DJ Akademiks every chance I get. With that being said, it is a clip of him giving some insight to how the documentary was made and shit, which I didn't even know. So, hey, give credit where credit's due. We go watch a clip of that when we get to the Diddy part. Jaded Man say, I don't like 50, but liking Diddy but not liking Diddy trumps my dislike for 50. I can't wait to watch it. I think you'll enjoy it. If you haven't seen, because it's got some extra shit in it that the other Diddy one didn't have. And it is one part. The third episode to me is really the meat and potatoes. And I think it's shocking to me that people are overlooking the third episode and really on some. I think a lot of them people got to be bots and shit, because it brings
episode, the one where he talked about, because like I said, I didn't get to finish the third all the way, but I know they was talking about how this nigga had made he recouped Biggie funeral and shit. They was talking about that shit on that. Was that the third episode or the second?
That was like in the first two, I think. No. I think that was in the third. Diddy did a lot of fucked up shit, very fucked up shit, and so we gonna talk about that. Let's see, cause we gonna be off this bitch. It's 9:30 is the goal to be off this hoe. Let's see. I feel sorry for Drake. He got relieved on, but then he does something to fuck all that sorrow up. Yeah, I can't. Sorrow for. I'm be honest. I'm be very honest with you. One time, I had I don't know what. Have you ever had like it feel like a peace comes over you and shit? Like you ain't in the world, like just peace. Like it be a split second, like everything. And for that split second, I was in it. This is when we was deep in the making fun of the fraudster and shit. I was like, that's a human being. I'm talking about a glimpse. And then I snapped back at her. But this book right here, I'll be honest with you, this book right here got me looking at everybody as humans and shit. So I'm going to still talk shit for entertainment purposes, but I'll go more further in the membership one day about...
What book is that?
This the Nag Hammadi. These is the lost books of the Bible, like the Book of Thomas and shit like that. That has...
Jubilee and all that shit? Because I had bought the Ethiopian Bible the other day to read that shit.
Yeah. Check this out and shit. I ain't about to get that deep right here, but y'all check that shit out. L Bitty said it. I can say it in a better way. Drake's sorrow is our glee. You know what I'm saying? Especially with what the fuck he trying to do now and shit. He trying to come back. He trying to act like ain't shit happened. And you know his lawyer silently filed they needed to get an extension for some type of paperwork. I think I got it in here, but yeah, he's still trying to push ahead with that appeal and shit. And you know them lawyers kids having a great Christmas and shit. Them motherfuckers, I bet you all they kids got Rolexes and ankle Rolexes too. They got a Rolex for their wrist and a Rolex for their ankle and shit, for the damn money they wasting up in that bitch. Cause sad state of affairs, man. Sad affairs. We gonna spend this next 15 minutes on just some random bullshittery I done seen on the internet, man. And I gotta be honest, bro. What we about to watch is it's not really for the faint of heart, bro. Can you can see the screen over there?
Yeah. The shade room.
Yeah, man. This woman was just chilling at the old folks' home. Okay, minding her own damn business. A Michael Jackson impersonator came. I don't know who invited this particular one, but I'm gonna let y'all make a judge of this. All I'm gonna say is be vigilant on where you put your elderly people at. Let's check this out. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Wow.
I ain't felt that. That was cringe worthy to me, bro. I felt secondhanded, and cause she couldn't do shit. She couldn't slap him if she wanted to. She was complete. What if his breath was stinking, Briss? What if he had BO? He was already invading personal space anyway, but we don't know smell wise what offenses he was doing at the same time that he was enacting on that woman. And that, I think he really should go to, I think it should be some prison time for that. At minimum, jail time. He should be locked up for that, because that was harassment.
That was hella awkward. That was awkward, though.
That was, dude, I'm disgusted. I'm very disgusted with the shit. I'm not even joking. I couldn't even get through the shit. The first time, I was like, you know what? Let me get y'all. And listen here, buddy. Michael Jackson would never get in the old woman's face like that, pal. Ever. He would not appreciate you doing that type of stuff, okay? And this Michael Jackson,
that Michael Jackson is giving me flex.
Flex
is the flex Michael Jackson.
This is definitely giving super flex right here. That may be flex. That might be flex. It could be. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was about to choke out right there too, man. And then this is the saddest part. Look at these folks over here, man, just egging it on. She looks uncomfortable to the max.
They got some nice staff back there in that nursing home, though. Like, they got some nice staff back there.
I would agree with you if they ain't had their goddamn phones out. I want all them hoes fired in this motherfucker. If that was my mama or my grandmama, that's a lawsuit. This nigga, that's assault, nigga. She didn't okay. She did not okay this motherfucker to touch her. I'm suing.
She do look scared and shit.
Now, since it's Michael Jackson, I'm not gonna do any jokes as I would have done anybody else who had the same charges, because it's fucking Michael Jackson. Okay. That's who the fuck I leave alone around this bitch. All right. Let's see. I think that was about 50 Cent. Okay. Let me see. Bro, do you remember this shit right here?
What?
Do you remember this guy?
Oh, this nigga right here. Yeah, I remember that shit.
All right. I don't know if y'all remember, but y'all remember the dude that got the BBL job done on his legs?
Oh shit, yeah.
Check him out. This is him a few years later. I'm gonna have to turn that music off because the motherfuckers they will take that money. That was him before. Barely struggling, and that's him now, bro.
That's pretty wild, though.
That's him now, dude. Cause I ain't go front. I really thought he was screwed for life. But
I did too. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was too. Cause that's pretty wild.
But
it is not that serious, bro.
I ain't go front. I think cause they showed a picture of him with his old self. I'm be honest.
Is it right there?
Yeah, this from here to here. I'm be honest. I think he did level up on the whole meter. That he can step to them with heels on. I believe
his girl. He gonna mess around, have a baby. His girl gonna be thinking she got a dude over 6 feet. Baby, I'm sure.
Dude, I don't know if this is a real story, but did you ever see this viral shit that used to be floating around on Facebook where a dude in Asia sued his wife because they kid came out ugly and he didn't know she had got plastic surgery?
I did. I don't know if that's true or not, but I definitely did see that article and shit. Yeah.
I don't know if it's true, but I ain't gonna front. That's annulment and on some real shit. Cause now you gotta be ugly baby because she wanna lie and shit. Cause you know what I'm saying? And that is really, to be honest, dude, that's the worst thing about plastic surgery. And I'm gonna be honest. Just like I think the trans community should have to wear a name badge that said that say something along the lines of I don't know, just a stick was below, something. It gotta be something. It ain't gotta say nothing. It should be something that all us know what it mean, right? People that got facial plastic surgery should have to wear something saying, hey, I got plastic surgery, and by law they should have to tell their spouse or anybody that they planning to have a child with they got to show them pre-pictures. They got to show them all the baby pictures and the pictures before the surgery. If not, and the baby come out ugly, and I think I'm one of the few people, it might be a couple of people, but I'll be the judge. I'll be like, look, I don't give a fuck about children, so I can be real with y'all. Let me see the child. Bitch, you guilty. And you know what I'm saying? Because that's fucked up, bro.
Guilty.
And just like,
that is messed up though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That is fucked up.
and he should have to do the same to the ladies and shit. Cause he could probably go meet one of them stallion chicks, the tall chick he probably always wanted, and she'd be like, hell yeah, we gonna have us a good NBA baby. He was like, about that, something I gotta tell you, I'm not really this tall. She was like, what the fuck is you talking about? I got BBL legs, and you ain't see me on the Instagram and shit. But yeah, he should wear a necklace that say previously short king or something like that. It ain't gotta be disrespectful. It could be respectful one, but you can't just walk around tricking people.
Wow, I ain't gonna lie.
Like that.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah,
I feel you're supposed to just deal with your shortness and shit through life.
Hey, same thing with baldness. You supposed to deal, but hey, guess what? Guess who ain't dealing with? They got short ass eyelashes. Women. What women? Why won't y'all just accept that y'all got short ass eyelashes and shit? Like, who is y'all? Y'all ain't tricking nobody, because the eyelashes they be putting on, I've never seen anybody normal with the eyelashes. You know what I think? You know how they say men be having pissing contests and shit, or dick measuring contests and shit? I think women judge each other on the length of eyelashes they get, because I think they judge each other by their eyelid strength. I believe the bigger the shit, the more other women respect them. Like, you know, in African certain African tribes and stuff back in the day, like the bigger the mask they had, like them people that had the long neck where they put the rings and they make their neck real long. I think women respect another woman because how strong her eyelids had to be. The bigger the eyelash, the more respect they was like, damn, that bitch got some strong ass eyelids, man. We gonna have to respect.
It's gotta be something.
It's gotta be, because it can't be about being attractive at all. Like, I can't believe they look in the mirror and be like, yo, that shit cute on any level. Because every time I done seen the dude, whenever we see eyelashes, the unbelievable ones, it's never, oh, goddamn, that bitch bad than a motherfucker with them eyelashes. It's always like, why the fuck this motherfucker got this shit on, man? The fuck is going on? So it's definitely for them.
I ain't never heard of a dude say, I'm not talking to her because she don't got eyelash. She don't got no long eyelashes.
I've never. Briss has never came to me and showed me a picture of somebody who's like, what you think about them lashes? Never. Ever in my life. And if he come to me and her lashes too egregious, I'm like, hey, bro, I don't think this the one, dog. She still... You know how strong her eyelids is, nigga? Like, she might be able to slap the fuck out of you, nigga, with her eyelids. So, yeah, dog. People, just accept yourself who you are. You know what I'm saying? Just accept it. And I'm talking about all the plastic surgery. It's only like a handful of people I think should be able to get plastic surgery. Them people that got the lip and the V-turds like that, it's okay for them to get plastic surgery. That's really the only people. I think the moms that get the mom tuck, I think that's cool. I actually think that is I think that's not cool, bro, because that's their natural body, bro. Apparently the Lord wanted the womb, the stomach area to look like that at the end. If he didn't want it to be like that, he would have did it. It wouldn't. That's how it's supposed to be. So I think now, Brisk, if you want your future child bearer, it's an easy way to skip that, bro. I believe.
What's that?
I think it's cesareans. Everybody know who done had a cesarean ain't got one. People that had natural births that I done met had a little bit of. I ain't go front. I only done seen two to the balled up homework kinds in my reality of real life. I'm lying to you. I don't think I ever dealt one in my real life for real, dude. Yeah, all of them I knew had cesareans though. They all had that little cut up under in the draws range and shit. But look, you guys, and you know what? You right. At the same time, hey, it's their body, right? They can do what they want to. You can do what you want to, but you damn well need to damn fill out that paper that say, yeah, I don't look like this for real, on some real shit.
And you can't come out 6'2" with a size 8 shoe and a wingspan of a 5'6" nigga. Like that shit is pretty different.
Yeah, his height is not matching the rest of the logistics of that. But hey, I'm just glad he doing all right, bro, because it could have ended up worse. And for the first time ever, speaking of other alterations y'all know I hate, but this is the first time I kind of approve it. Have you seen Beanie Siegel's new song? So
I have it.
Beanie Siegel came out with a new song.
Struggling, man.
Cause you know he lost his voice and shit over, I forgot what he lost. I don't know if it was some medical shit, but this is new song.
Mama made me, streets raised me. Who using my faces would pay me.
And that is AI. That's an AI version of his voice. He wrote it, and then he got AI to do his voice for him since he can't rap like that no more. Which I wonder if the DOC go do something like that. This is the first time I have seen AI actually be helpful in creation to give somebody their old voice back and shit. So
that's dope.
Yeah, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that as well. Let's see what else I had in the bullshittery news. Oh, so did you see this damn tweet that what's his name? What's that dude name? Meek Mills did?
No, I ain't see it. I heard he did some crazy shit, but I ain't see it though.
It wasn't necessarily crazy as too much of a word, but he did say some shit that was like, you can't talk about it. Where did I save all my pictures? I done lost all my damn pictures where I had saved them at. Luckily, I think I got it on the damn X though. Let me see. Hold on, let's see. Do I got that shit saved? Should I save her? Wait, what? Dude, it's another person. This just popped up in my feed. Another motherfucker. They did the same shit. Look at this.
Word.
Yeah. Oh, we can't watch this. But it say this motherfucker went from being 5'7" to 6'5" after paying $100K, and says his future and that people like I Show Speed could easily reach 6'5" today. And so this is his BBL leg store.
Dude, 5'7" to 6'5", that's too much. That's the big ass eyelashes we talking about.
That's crazy. But his arms look like they match though.
Maybe he already had long arms and shit.
Maybe. Now I'll say this: if you got them weird arms come down to your knees type situations and shit, but you short, like you got that prehistoric shit going on, yeah, I think I'd be okay with it. I won't judge too much. So that's him and old buddy right there. Them two dudes. So they BBL buddies. Wow, that's crazy, dog. That's crazy. $100,000, dog, for that dude. Is it anything that you? But at the same time, though, what's the difference between that and braces, though? While I'm judging, folks.
What, from 5'7" to 6'5"?
Look, people, you meet a girl, right? And she be like, yo, you know, I'm really about teeth. I can't wait till my baby come out. They gonna have pretty teeth. I got pretty teeth. You got pretty teeth. Baby come out and
gap in the mouth.
Now let's say it's way worse than what about the people that got them jagged rock mouths and shit, them shark mouths.
She come out with a Young Thug.
Imagine you come. I think people with braces got to wear a sign too that says, hey, this is a cosmetically enhanced smile. If we have kids, they ain't gonna be coming out like that. I really believe it should be a law now. I'm thinking about it. So braces, all of that shit, dog. Let's see. 23 hours ago. Hold on, I want to make sure this ain't no old news that they perpetuating before I share this shit. Wait. Oh, okay, here we go. Damn, that was gonna be a good one. I might show that shit. For real. Do you remember what the fuck I said? I was looking for something on.
It was academic shit, right?
Was it academic shit? I ain't gonna lie, I done completely forgot where the fuck we left off. I do got a question for you though, and we'll get back to it because the academic shit gonna be around closer to the Diddy shit. Now I hate how they use the word excited because that's a little crazy. But who is your best featured artist? Like when you see them featured on the track, who do you be like, God damn, like this shit gonna be blazing? I know this shit about to go hard in the motherfucker.
Actually, Kendrick, but I'm trying to think of somebody else because I don't want to use that answer. That's a feel like that's an easy answer and shit.
Mm-hmm. Now,
but I'll say Future. I see Future on that. Future be killing shit.
Here go a list. Some people said Gunna, Future, Eminem. I don't know why they said. Well, I ain't go front. I can't even lie. I don't like all his music, but when Travis Scott features do be going hard from the ones I have heard. 21 Savage, I like his features. Andre 3000, arguably one of the best feature artists of our time. With Wayne, because Wayne was killing the feature game for a minute. I'm surprised T-Pain ain't on that bitch.
Yeah, Wayne and T-Pain both was killing the features.
They was killing that. I ain't never seen Uzi, Cardi, no. Somebody said Nas. Yeah. Y'all put who y'all think in the comments for y'all. Me personally, and I'm not even being facetious. I'm not joking. I'm not trolling y'all. OJ Juice Man. When I see OJ Juice Man as a feature, I know that shit about to go crazy. And I've never been disappointed with an OJ the Juice Man feature ever in life. So that's who I got on my list. Let's see. It was one more thing I think I want to talk about. All right. So, wait, I think I had one more bullshittery story. I think I do. You had brought up the Odell Beckham and shit, right? I guess we'll talk about that real quick. So, former Browns wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. says it's tough to make $100 million last for a lifetime. He says, I always have to explain to people, you give people a 5-year, $100 million contract, that's 5 years for 60 we get in tax. Let's check this out to see what the full context of the
if I didn't have a dollar in my account right here today, as we speak, I'm gonna be straight for the rest of my life. No question, right? I don't think everybody is in that. And when you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, I'm like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really $40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting $8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position, like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime.
What are your initial thoughts on that, Brisk?
Buddies in the bubble. You be talking about this all the time. Sometimes we get in that bubble and shit, and we kind of forget about it. I get what he's saying about 100 million. Ain't 100 million when you got the taxes, the fees for all that shit. But 60 million over 5 years, you could still be good. And especially with him, like he did some. I'm gonna say when he played with the Rams when they won the Super Bowl, he got his salary in Bitcoin. And that's back when I think Bitcoin was like 64,000 back when he did that shit.
Yeah.
So he was pretty smart with his bread. But that's a wild statement to say.
He was super smart with it, and a lot of people, that's why he said he'll be straight forever, because he actually was able to think ahead. I'm about to say you know me, I'm always, like you said, people be in a bubble, a financial bubble with the people around them. I'm be honest, it was this one sports dude that broke down how they salaries work and shit. He brought up taxes, but he forgot to bring up manager fees, agent fees. They take 10-15% and shit. Then when you play in different states and different shit like that, they got whole different types of shit that happen and stuff. The only part I don't agree with, well, lifestyle creep is for real with everybody. I had thought he said you couldn't build generational wealth with it or something like that, though. But you know how people do shit, to make it more whatchamacallit. Now, with that being said, he was very smart with his money, but I will never forget this ever. And see this right here further. I know y'all done heard me say this shit. How rich niggas be making me not want to have no money. This shit right here makes me not want to have money. Okay? Because he about to do it. Watch this. Look at it. I don't want no money if it have you doing that shit, okay? I really... it seemed like the more money these motherfuckers get, the more lamer or the more dweebish that these motherfuckers do and shit. You know what I'm saying? You do know that. You do know, allegedly, there was a rumor going around like Justin Bieber and him and somebody else is playing hide and go get it and shit. Apparently it's on tape. I don't know the details.
It's a video of that shit. Looks like Justin Bieber was coming up from giving top in the club to Odell Beckham. It definitely is a video of that shit.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? But hey, he's spending $4 million a year, dog. I don't know what to say about that. Let me see. I don't even think I could spend $4 million. Of course you could if you sat down and really thought about it, but it don't even sound like $4 million. It would be fun to do $4 million. But the first time I ate at Papados two times in 1 week, I was like, you know what? I did too much. It ain't even fun no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can get boring and shit. Next thing you know, they be in Dubai getting shit on and pissed on and shit for the thrill of it. And it never fails and shit. Like I said, I don't never want to be rich. I guess we can move on to the punk ass Akademiks zone. Before we do that though, 21 Savage spoke on rap beefs and why he doesn't believe in it, or he really don't do it. And I'm trying to think. I don't really remember 21 doing no subs or nobody saying, yo, he was talking about this person. For the most part, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what he had to say about rap beefs in general.
With, I know, everybody deals with, everybody deals with rap beef differently, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody got their own way of dealing with it. What do you think about all the rap beef that's going on right now? What do you think about what's going on with Kendrick and Drake? Do you think that is it to the point of no return, or do you think people could squash all that shit and it's just for publicity?
I don't know. I don't really believe in rap beef. Like I'm not I don't come from that world though. Like I feel like it depends like what world you come from. Like if you come from like your book bag used to have like raps in it and shit, then cool. I feel like those type of people, like that's like their world, like that's what they do. But I don't come from that world, so I don't believe in rap beef. If you say certain shit about me in the song, I'ma slap the fuck out you when I see you. I'm like, yeah, you have to spin on that shit when you see me. Like I don't really believe like certain shit. That's just me though. But I be watching battle rap and like dudes will be on stage and a dude will be like, yeah, I'll slap your daughter, woo, woo. And they be taking it. They be standing right there like just taking it. So it's like if you sign up for that, then you gotta, But I ain't trying to get in no rap beef. I don't want no rap beef.
That's real.
Yeah, I be chilling.
So, can we expect an album from you soon?
I don't know. We just see how shit go. I'm working. I'm working. I'm chilling right now, though. I'm taking a break for real.
What's the goal for 2020?
God damn it. Whoever clipped this shit, cut it off. Cut the clip off when the shit ain't about the shit no more. I'm sitting here waiting for some extra shit. This motherfucker's plugging his album in this motherfucker. What are your thoughts about what 21 Savage said?
Like what he say? I respect what he's saying because he ain't no backpack rapper. He ain't into that rap beef shit. I get it, and I haven't never heard him beef with any rapper. I heard him beefing with Whack 100 one time, and he was saying like "fuck this talking shit." Like we got to do something. So he seemed pretty accurate when he say that. I do believe him when he talk about that.
I'm 100% on where he at and shit. Like I done always said, I don't never want to get back in no YouTube back and forth beef and shit, cause I'm not gonna want to do that shit. And especially like certain shit, I just wouldn't want to do it. And y'all hear what the fuck I say about Drake and shit. If I get back and forth with a motherfucker, I'm taking it to the last. I'm gonna have to get killed. So it can't go to that level because since I know I'm gonna say shit that is kill worthy for me, you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna be preemptive with it, but like, yo, Briss, you know I'm about to say some shit people go out to come see me about, so I'm gonna have to see them first. So I'm not good with that.
Rap battle would be fun though, because you get to like it's like 1-on-1. You get to test out your skills and shit. So that's what that is.
It will have to, for me, it will have to be predetermined we about to do some WWE shit. Like, we got to predetermine ain't real shit. Because if it's some real shit, ain't nothing to have fun with and shit with me. Like, I want you to not be here no more for me. I don't know how to healthily not like somebody in real life. Like, this whole Drake shit, I'll just be fucking with that shit because he's a celebrity. But in real life, I don't know how to not like someone and be okay with them still walking around for my own safety type shit. That's why I stay out of any of that shit. I don't get into it with people because I can't. I'm 100% with 21 Savage. I don't know how people get in argument, like real bad arguments and shit, and still be cool with each other after the fact. I don't. Unless you family. And I'm talking about people that don't know each other. Like you bump into somebody in the club and then they get real crazy. I'm talking about that type of shit.
Oh yeah, ain't no arguing with folks.
Family shit is one thing, but I ain't know but at the same time, as many times I should have got killed in the club and my ass kicked in the club, and the Lord was just looking out for me, or somebody was looking out for me, because I've done some very should have got my ass whoopable offenses when I look back at it, and I don't know how the fuck I got out of it unscathed and shit. I'll tell y'all some of those stories.
They were scared, man. They see a muscle bound dark skinned dude. They scared. Get a little nervous and shit.
I guess so, nigga. I don't know. It's a bunch of times though, nigga. Like we would get home, they was like, "God damn, nigga, she got your ass beat." I was like, "I know." Wow. That shit was miraculous.
Hey, the homeboys tell you should have got your ass whooped. You know you should have got your ass whooped.
I be knowing I should have got my ass whooped. I done been saying shit. I'm like, nigga, why are you taking it this far, nigga? You know you got to stab somebody. Like, you not gonna be able to beat this motherfucker with hands and fists. And that was drunk me though. Whenever I be sober, I know when to shut the fuck up and get it. But drunk me, that's why I don't drink no more and shit. Cause I do the dumbest shit. I did the dumbest shit with E&J and Still Reserve in my system. When the Stillies in the system, ain't no telling. I like to say and shit. Still Reserve, how you doing some crazy ass shit. I'm gonna be very real with you and shit. Damn, Still Reserve days was crazy. All right. Let's see. So we said something about Akademiks. Oh, it's one more thing I want to talk about first. So Dez and Snoop apparently are kind of into it, really, but not really, over some business shit or lack of business shit, might I say, which it really be sad, man. I be hating that people.
They like family though, for real.
Yeah, they cousins. Yeah, they cousins, man. And to this day, it's like Death Row is cursed or some shit. Cause whoever take over the mantle just be like, yeah, I'm fucking folks over. But really, to be honest, That's the Death Row way though. So you really can't be mad at Snoop about it. This is what he had to say. This is what Daz had to say about the situation right here.
Sure.
Oh, my bad. It says, Daz Dillinger calls out his cousin Snoop Dogg, accusing him of going behind his back to copyright music Daz created during his time at Death Row Records. Daz also alleges that Snoop is attempting to sell his catalog valued at $1 billion that includes his work. Not saying that his songs by themselves, but the whole catalog that he's a part of. Let's check this out.
Okay, so you own everything, so that's all your stuff. Now, you were saying something about the paw. Now, what are you talking about with the paw?
Well, like I was saying, the paw is trademarked. Like I told Snoop, you got rejected and I got accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that was the moneymaker. The paw is like the Apple sign, like I said before. And like I said, they tried to go behind my back and trademark all my work and then flung my face like, yeah, nigga, we got it, nigga. That's all we wanted, nigga, because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion to Universal. You know what I mean? But shh, don't be selling my shit.
Now, what do you mean by selling? He said he was going to sell it, or what? They're selling Death Row, the new Death Row that just came?
Snoop, everything Snoop involved with, he gonna sell all that shit for $1 billion. You know, the motherfuckers cashing niggas out for their catalog. And then he sell that shit and he just start over and make new music. You know, it's easy. You sell what you got. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got all that money. I mean, I don't be counting niggas' pockets, but I got my own pocket. You know what I mean?
Now, how many albums is over there? Now, how many albums is over there at Death Row? Because you were saying that it was the Doggy Style and it was 2 other ones you was talking about?
Yeah. You know, the shit that I got on the wall right here, you know what I'm saying? The Chronic is already going back to Dr. Dre. Tupac took all his greatest hits album, all his albums, all his shit back over to Amaru. So what is left on Death Row? But I'm coming to get my shit, so what's going to be left on Death Row? So he got to make new catalog, and that's where all the new cats come in at, you know what I'm saying? Making new content.
Wait, hold up. If he's saying if Dre done took all his shit back, and then Tupac done took all his shit back.
His estate took it back? When you say took it back, you talking about took it away from Death Row?
Yeah, took the masters and all of the publishing, everything reverted back to them. So the only thing left is the Dog Pound albums. Of course, Snoop albums, but I'm talking about Daz because, sadly, Daz ghost produced a lot of shit on a lot of their albums. He ain't gonna get paid for a lot of shit he should have got paid for that got Dr. Dre name on it that has been verified. But so the only albums left is the Dog Pound, shit. The
what about Drake?
Rim.
Did Drake get all his shit from there?
Drake got all his shit. So the only shit left is Dog Pound. What's that dude? The dude that did the only singer that was on there? That dude.
Who? Devin? It wasn't Devin.
No, it wasn't Devin. It was what's his name?
Got that name.
Oh, you know what? We can actually look it up because I actually am curious about this. How you spell discography? I hate when Google can't guess what the fuck I'm trying to what the hell I'm trying to spell and shit. Y'all know I'm a horrible speller. So if all them other niggas shits is gone, the niggas that really made the damn money. So the Chronic is gone. That's back to Dre. Doggy Style, that's Snoop. Of course he ain't. Of course, well, shit. That's a money maker. Dog Food, that's a Dog Pound. Pac shit gone, so you can't count them. The Dog, you can't count that. Necessary Roughness.
Why you can't count the Dog Father? Oh, that was he with No Limit.
That's
there,
Snoop
right?
shit. Like, so Snoop shit, this was all released under, this just Death Row shit. This ain't when Snoop left. This is actually Death Row Records discography, not like.
Okay, I got you.
So shit, Necessary Roughness, which I did not hear, and I don't believe it did well at all. As you see, it ain't even got no number on here. It didn't go gold. I know that for a fact. And Lady of Rage was dope than a motherfucker. Retaliation, Revenge, and Get Back by Daz. That was released in '98. That went gold. Still I Rise, that's Tupac. Against the Grain, then go. So I'm not understanding these billion.
Where did you get $1 billion from? It's from Snoop, because Snoop catalog.
Yeah,
maybe
Snoop catalog will be crazy. Oh, I forgot about the compilations and shit. My bad. So they got the greatest hits shit. Christmas on Death Row. Let's see, Dead Man Walking.
Santa Claus went straight to the ghetto.
That song was fire than a motherfucker. To be honest, all of the greatest hit shits is some shit. Then Above the Rim soundtrack.
Above the Rim? That was, I didn't realize that was Death Row.
Hell yeah, nigga. But look at, if you go back, all them niggas was Death Row niggas. Murder Was the Case. Gridlocked. I ain't know Gridlocked album had went platinum. That's back in the day though. Them damn album soundtracks was going platinum. Like Nutty Professor, I played the fuck out of Nutty Professor soundtrack and shit. Gang Related. Damn, that went shit. Everything Pac had touched went platinum like a motherfucker. So shit, yeah, man. But yeah, Snoop, as far as for the Death Row shit, he could definitely get about that much and shit. I'm trying to find that other dude who I thought would have had an album, but I guess he didn't have an album. Who sung on that song? I Ain't Mad at You. Danny Boy. That's who I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
But they ain't even dropped no Danny Boy album. I heard Danny Boy has some stories and shit. I think Jada Pink. I think Mary J. Blige had smashed when he was underage, and then he had allegedly happened. He said at least, and maybe some of our favorite male rappers have also touched that back door, maybe, possibly, allegedly. I'm not 100% sure, but shout out to Daz. Now, this is what Snoop had to say. Snoop had a reply for Daz about this situation.
You got shit to do but hate on me, huh? I see you ain't got shit to do but hate on me, huh? In a minute, I'ma fuck you up, cuz, on some real shit. Not physically, but business-wise. Cuz you broke as a motherfucker right now, so I'ma fuck you up in a minute, cuz. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone.
You didn't put that in the room.
Leave me alone, cuz. I'ma fuck you up. Leave me alone. I see.
He didn't say he didn't. Whatever Dad said he did, he didn't say he didn't do it. He just said, I'm gonna fuck you up on some business shit. That sound like Snoop on some whole shit. I ain't gonna lie. Sound like Snoop on that whole shit right there.
The business shit, dog. Like, you can't, business wise, he got him. You could tell how Dad's talking. Dad's been talking this shit for like 20 years and shit. He still ain't got his money from all the shit, because he owed hella money.
Didn't he win a big lawsuit from Death Row?
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure he did. I thought he won a whole bunch of bread.
Yes, win lawsuit from Death Row. Let's see. Nah, it says no public record of Daz Dillinger winning a lawsuit against Death Row Records, though he did acquire publishing rights to many post-1996 Death Row tracks through bankruptcy loopholes. However, he is in a current legal dispute with his cousin Snoop Dogg over the catalog, claiming Snoop is attempting to copyright his music. Daz claims to have kept the paperwork tight while Death Row was in bankruptcy, allowing him to secure publishing rights to many of their unreleased tracks.
Damn, bro.
So that's the sad part, cause
damn,
I remember Lupe Fiasco had broke some shit down and made some sense when everybody was like, "Oh, you got to be independent, you need to own your publisher, own your masters, all that shit." So he said he went up to to his label at the time, I forgot who it was, and he was like, "Yeah, I want my publishing, I want all my rights." They said, "What you gonna do with it?" And he was like, I'm gonna make some money with it. He's like, all right, who you got plugged in that's gonna get your shit back on the radio? Who you got plugged in to go get this shit in the movies? Who you got plugged in that's gonna get your shit in commercials and stuff? Do you got them plugs? Cause I could give it back to you, but you gonna make $0 while it's over here. I'm still breaking you off with, you still getting 100 racks every quarter or some shit. But if you want it back, you go there. And he was like, I got it. I get you. Because that's the thing people don't be thinking about. You get your shit back, you gotta have you got to have a way to make the money off of the shit, because you can have all the songs in the world. That's why everybody's mad at Puff, because by the time Puff gave back they shit, most of all the licensing deals and all of that shit, he had already pimped that shit to the max and shit at his height, to where motherfuckers was calling him. It was like, yeah, can we use that Mace song? Yeah, can we use that Total song? Now them motherfuckers got to go out and be like, this is Mace. Scotch toilet paper, and I think my song Bad Boy would be real. I got an idea for you. Hello, like now they got a call. The time to get paid from all that other shit is when the people is calling you. You know what I'm saying? So but hopefully Dad's get his stuff together. You know he building houses and shit.
Oh
yeah.
So what's Snoop talking about? He broke for it then. That was. We gotta realize we talking about MC Hammer broke. Like MC Hammer broke. However, Daz was building houses with his own two hands. It's not like, I seen the shit, so shit.
He might be regular people broke. It's one thing to have, a staff and a team. It's another thing when you out there with band-aids on your fingers from missing the hammer on the nail and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't 100% sure. I just remember seeing that shit. All right, you guys. We about to segue into the we about to get into DJ Akademiks and Drake, and then we go to the Diddy story and shit. Before we do that, we're going to check on the question tonight and see what you guys have been saying in the comments. If you are a member, I ain't got my commercial buttons, but make sure you become a member of the Struggle Crew. It's only $2.90 nizzle off in this thing, Thug Thizzle and stuff. And I pop up back there doing various types of things or whatever. So make sure you go check that out. You get access. The main thing, you get access to all of our previous very much could get sued to hell material back there. So if you want to hear some classic shit, you're going to sign up. Currently right now with the question of the night though, 63 people have voted, and are you still eating leftovers from last week? 63% of people will survive to see 2026. 14% of people didn't cook, and 22% of people hopefully have one of those EpiPens next to them or someone in the home that knows CPR, because you're pushing it to the limit. Okay, be careful out there with that shit. I can hear them now. It's been in the refrigerator. Look, the refrigerator can only do so much. All right. It can only do so much. Now, we said something about DJ Akademiks earlier, and I found this clip of someone who also shared the same thought process about DJ Akademiks. And this was a year ago, and I said this, I believe I've been saying this around the same damn time, a year ago or whatever. And this is Mona. If y'all know Mona, Don't Call Me White Girl and stuff, she currently has been on the Joe Budden podcast, but somebody brought this up from 2023, and I just want to bring this up. Oh, this actually we go talk about the Meg Thee Stallion Milagro stuff too. It's 8:20 yet. We got time.
Nigga.
So this what she had to say about DJ Akademiks real quick. And she was on the No Jumper podcast when she said this. Okay, and that's gonna be, as you see the logo, and that's gonna be pertinent information by the time we get to the end of it.
We let real dweebs that wouldn't even jump out the car to cop a fucking eighth. If they made beer illegal, they would have a hard time getting it. They'd be the nigga paying $30 for a can of beer because they fucking don't know nothing. We gorillas. Like, once you survive the street and you don't rat, you're not dead. I ain't got that fucked up limp or they ain't put me in no chair, nigga. I'm a gorilla. You feel what I'm saying? I'm better than you because I survived that shit, period. And the thing about street people is we have knowledge that you can't just go get a degree in. You can have a degree in whatever you want. You can't learn this shit I know. And I damn near can't even fucking teach it. You understand what I'm saying? That look down, that whole like, they're thugs, they have criminal records. That's why you can't be in this culture of reporting on it. That's why Akademiks shouldn't have been the person reporting on all the Chicago shit. Because he ain't from 63rd. Like, he don't know shit about shit, but we let these people come in the culture and talk shit. Look at the people we talked about, Gil and Wallow. Gil locked the fuck up, doors kicked in over some motherfucking weed. Him and his bitch went to jail. And she was a square and open her fucking mouth ain't tell. This lady's a makeup artist. You understand what I'm saying? Fucking Wallow do a dub for robbery. Like, these motherfuckers is talking street shit, teaching street lessons because they walked on them streets. We let people that's really like in the culture that don't have Vlad, Akademiks, Trap Lore. I don't understand how they're allowed to do that shit. I don't get it. Shit, lightweight Adam. Like, I don't get how the white boys could just come in and do that. I do know why. Because this is a white man's world. A white man can do what the fuck he want. A white man right now can come out as a drill rapper, put goals in his mouth. The nigga might go up.
You know what? If you're gonna push the,
God damn it! My damn camera went out. But yeah, what did you have to say about that?
She was cooking. She was definitely cooking. The shit she was talking about. There's no. How the fuck is Akademiks the voice of the hip hop shit right now? Adam 22, all them motherfuckers, dweebs as she called it. She was cooking. Yeah, dweebs is the only word. The other week that's the word I used because it ain't nerd. I'm a nerd. My friends is nerds. But dweeb is something completely different. You a dweeb, you know what I'm saying? That dweeb don't mean you smart or anything. Like nerd mean you smart. Dweeb mean you academics. And I 100% agree with her on that. We also got a super chat. We got 2 super chats actually, and I want to acknowledge them real quick. Yeah, shout out to the super chats. Where the hell can I turn this off? This one, STL Nunya. What's the business, OG? Appreciate you for that super chat. I say, hey everybody, off topic, before I forget, will y'all put the MJ and NASCAR lawsuit in the list of topics cracking up? I really need that case dumbed down for me. It's a MJ and NASCAR. Like Michael Jordan?
I thought it was Michael Jackson. We gonna look at that. And Lady Lex also hit us up with a super chat. Appreciate you on that, Lady Lex. But it won't let me scroll up to highlight it. But she says, he looked like Jamie Foxx as Enrique. And who the hell? It must be that dude that had the stilt legs and shit implanted in his body and stuff. But if it's not, let us know who you was talking about, Lady Lex. Let's see. I do want to see the and also Lady Lex, 2026 Brisk 2026 is coming up, you know what I'm saying? And you might change your mind on the 1999 and up. Just saying. I know I stay fighting for y'all out here. You know what I'm saying? MJ and NASCAR lawsuit. Let's see what the hell this is. Oh, this is Michael Jordan. So it says Michael Jordan lawsuit against NASCAR trial starts. What? Let's go here to the ABC 11 and click on this video. What? Media cannot be loaded because the server network or the format is not supported. All right, here we go. Well, fuck y'all. I guess that's a lot of shit to read. I want a video. Here, let me go up here. And this is why I cooked Brisk. All right, here we go. This is CBS This Morning.
2 sports powerhouses are facing each other in court with the future of NASCAR racing, you could say, on the line here. The stock car giant is being sued by 2 racing teams, one of them co-owned by NBA legend, and legend is the word, the great Michael Jordan. So they claim that NASCAR abuses its power in monopolistic ways as a premier racing organization in the U.S. NASCAR says it has done nothing wrong. Adriana Diaz is following this historic trial. Adriana, good morning to you.
Good morning. The judge in this case has already ruled that NASCAR does have a monopoly, but not all monopolies are illegal. The question now for the jury is whether or not NASCAR abused its power to limit competition and harm some team owners like Michael Jordan.
Just 1 month after NASCAR crowned its 2025 champion, some of the most well-known names in the sport are fighting the organization in federal court. 2311 racing team owners Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin, who's also one of the top drivers in NASCAR, are suing the premier racing organization, alleging it is violating antitrust laws. The trouble's been brewing for years, but came to a head last September when 13 of the 15 teams in NASCAR signed new charter agreements. A charter in NASCAR is like a franchise in other sports. Being chartered guarantees your car will have a spot in all races and a specified share of revenue. Jordan and Hamlin's 2311 Racing and a second team, Front Row Motorsports, wanted permanent charters and did not sign the new agreement. Their lawsuit alleges NASCAR limits competition through its ownership and control of most racetracks and by banning the use of NASCAR Cup Series cars in other racing events. NASCAR, on the other hand, points to its increasing payouts to drivers as evidence it is acting in good faith and is not anti-competitive.
This potentially could have the biggest impact on NASCAR in history of the sport, period.
Jordan Bianchi is a NASCAR reporter with The Athletic and says the fallout could be significant no matter the outcome.
If this is blown up by the judge and 2311 and Front Row win this, you could see all sorts of different things. One, there's damages, right? We're talking $200, $300 million max damages. The judge could look at this and say, hey, NASCAR, you're going to have to get rid of all your tracks. And this could have a huge domino effect of how the series operates going forward.
You say get rid of all your tracks?
That's what it sounded like he said.
The fuck?
That's wild.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
If NASCAR loses ownership of its tracks, that could mean other racing competitions would be able to use NASCAR tracks for their races. And Hamlin got teary-eyed yesterday talking about how he got into the sport when he took the stand. He will continue his testimony when court resumes today. And Michael Jordan also plans to testify in the trial, which is expected to last about 2 weeks. NASCAR's season starts again in February.
Boy. Michael Jordan on the stand, Adriana, bring your popcorn. I think more people will pay attention just because he's involved with it.
No, I will still not watch no goddamn. The only NASCAR, it's only one NASCAR shit I'll watch, and that's Talladega Nights. I can watch that shit 8 bajillion times over, but I remember one time I tried to sit and watch some goddamn NASCAR. I was like, don't get it. I'm not understanding what's going on and shit. I watch Cars with the children. I was like, what is happening? And first of all, this is the first question I was like, so they windshields is the eyes. Why the headlights ain't the eyeballs? Like, the fuck? And they didn't have an answer for me on that. Also, something else that we need to bring up. You see this motherfucker right here, bro? These. If he wear contacts when he meet a lady, he at some point before they consummate and have children, he has to let her know. It's like, look, I got something I gotta show you. Man, he
blind as a motherfucker.
This motherfucker gonna have to come out there, bitch. She's like, look, this is the real me, all right? And this is what our children will look like. They're gonna need these, and they might need 2 of these glued on top of them, okay? I don't know what to tell you, but I just want to make sure you accept me for me. So yeah, man, he should wear a sign as well and shit. Sorry, you glasses wearing people, but
that's me. You talking about me? Because I'm blind as a motherfucker.
You know what's crazy? My daddy need thick ass motherfucking. I'm talking about your glasses. Put about 4 more layers on that shit. That's what his reading glasses look like. And my mama, she just had regular glasses, but I got regular ass 20/20 vision up in this bitch. So I guess it canceled out blindness, cancel out blindness and shit. Let's see. Once again, thank you for that super chat. So with that being said, it feel like it was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, so we gonna talk about this real quick, and it's 8:30. All right, yeah, we got enough time. So I want to talk about the Thee Stallion versus Milagro situation and just some intricacies of it. And this is less about, the drama of it all and stuff, but really what it means for blogging and shit. So we gonna go to the root, which I believe was owned by black people once before, but I believe it is now 100% Saltine owned, but I can't do that. Somebody said I gotta fix the pic. Hold on. Elise, what you talking about? I need to fix the pic. Let me know what you're talking about, Elise.
At the top, though, it do say black news and black views with a whole lot of attitude.
Yeah, I think they sold that a long time ago. I just wanted to put that up there. Let's see. So hopefully this gives some insight. If not, I'm gonna just tell y'all what I know because I followed the whole shit. Megan Thee Stallion has come out on top somewhat. See, if this was run by a black publication, you think they would have put this picture of Megan up, titties out after winning the case?
That is wild.
I don't believe this is run by a black publication at all and shit, because that's a crazy ass picture. Megan Thee Stallion will be about a goddamn case and shit. I could see if it was about a goddamn new porn flick and shit. That shit is high key disrespectful in this bitch.
Yeah.
Megan Thee Stallion recently came out on top somewhat in her defamation suit against Milagro Grams Cooper, but since it's been a minute, since the suit was first filed to its ending now, let's break down the main points you need to know. Why was Megan suing Milagro Grams? In October 2024, the big in Texas rapper filed a lawsuit against Grams for alleged harassment and churning out falsehoods related to the 2020 shooting that happened between Megan and fellow rapper Tory Lanez. Megan's lawyers argued that Grams acted as a paid surrogate for Lanez, legally Daystar Peterson, and spread lies on his behalf with regards to details from the aforementioned incident. The suit also claimed that Grams shared a deep fake pornographic video of her to X and Twitter, accusing her of having severe drinking problem, questioning her mental status, and labeled her both an angry black woman and a lying asshole. Hey, I remember when that deep fake said, I want to say Britt sent me that deep fake, or somehow we got to talk, we were seeing, I was like, I don't remember how. I remember we talked about it, but I think we pretty sure was like that don't look real and shit, but that shit did get out there real crazy and shit, and he's like, God damn. As a result, she also sued Cooper over allegations of cyberstalking and emotional distress. What was the verdicts? After a week-long trial towards the end of November, Florida judge ruled, bitch, I don't want to see this goddamn commercial. They just go any damn way. After a week-long trial towards the end of November, a Florida judge ruled in favor of Megan when it came to the counts against Grams for intentional infliction of emotional distress and promotion of altered sexual depiction. Grams will have to pay the Savage rapper $59,000 in punitive and compensatory damages. However, as noted by NBC 6 Miami, noted by NBC 6 Miami, the defamation count is where things get tricky. You know you fucked up when I'm motherfucking proofreading your shit. That's because the jury did find that Grams defamed Megan by accusing her of lying under oath during her testimony at Lane's trial. Megan was awarded $16,000 in damages. However, the judge said she would not include the jury's defamation finding in her final order. The whole reason why the judge won't do that is because the jury also agreed that Grams qualified as a media defendant, which meant that Megan's legal team had to file a pre-suit notice to Grams to let her know that they'd be suing before they actually filed the complaint. Basically, that's what a cease and desist is. So overall win for Megan, but a partial win for Grams, because I know a lot of people like, why y'all celebrating a loss and da-da-da, and that's why we're going to talk about it. As a YouTube motherfucker who says incredulous things, I followed this motherfucker very closely and shit. We're going to talk about why that is a smidge of a win. And people out there, this is not about Megan and Milagro and the trade songs or whoever the fuck that nigga was. This is about the actual legalities of running your mouth and just how much trouble the struggle stream entity would get in. Okay, so we don't want to get into it in the comments outside of that. How Megan and Grams are responding to the verdict. In the immediate aftermath for the trial's ending, the Cobra rapper said she was just happy with how things transpired. However, though Grams skirted out of the big defamation allegation, she still wasn't pleased and took to social media to express as much on Tuesday. by saying, I'm gonna start working on my mixtape because apparently the only place where you can bully people and talk crazy and pop shit is in the studio, Graham said in a viral video. But anywhere else, it's off limits. So I'm gonna go get my mixtape shit and make sure I channel all my energy into my raps and put that shit out and let that be artistic expression. She continued, I hope that you can see the bigger picture and you can understand what new media is. I hope that you understand the things that we do and the work that we put in is valuable. Solid bitches, they ain't built, they born, you understand? I'm happy that I stood up for something I believe in. I followed it all the way through and don't need validation from anybody else about those things. Now, how informed are you about this case, Briss?
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm like a 0.7.
All right. So let me catch you up. When the whole Meg and Tevin Campbell shit was going on, fucking Milagro was very much team Tory. That's his name. Tory was very team Tory and shit. I knew it started with a T. I just couldn't get, these was the names that was coming out. But as soon as I said team, I was like, oh, okay. So she was very much team Tory and just calling saying Megan was lying and shit and fucking she lied about the night and called her if let me make sure I got this correct because they put the quote in here, a lying asshole. She was saying all sorts of shit. Then her and Tory got cool, and so that's where the whole part came in where they were saying she was basically the mouthpiece for Tory. So Tory was harassing Megan through her, and she was going crazy online with the shit. The shit I say about Drake is what the fuck she was saying about Megan, except it was some legal shit. Then she didn't share, but she said, look at my likes. And that's where the tape was and shit, where you could see it. Which, how big her platform is counts as a share. So
she didn't put the video up. It was somebody else put the video up, and she just liked it. I got you.
Well, she liked it and then told everybody to go look at her likes. So basically, she pulled that Trump shit where she did some shit, but was gonna try to be like, I didn't say that shit. She got like 100,000. She got like 70,000 people and shit, and you tell 70,000 people to go look at your likes, and then it's that. You might as well have shared it and shit. Even you can't go past that. So with that being said, all of this shit culminated as we read through the case. Megan claimed she was she needed $240,000 worth of mental help to get through it and shit. And like I said, I'm leaving all my personal thoughts because y'all know how I feel about that whole case and all that shit. I'm just coming from the new media. This is the important part of the case for us. And this is, when I say us, new media, which is a distinction and a term, just media in general, that Milagro really was fighting for. And I ain't understand until the case came and found out that if you are counted as media, before one of these celebrities or anybody can sue you, they got to send you a cease and desist. They got to let you know, hey, yo, we gonna sue your ass if you on top doing that shit. But they didn't do that because they didn't consider her media at the time. They just consider a motherfucker on the internet running their mouth and shit. So that's a win that's kind of some precedent for everybody, right? So now motherfuckers will come up, let's say Baca, come be like, yeah, this motherfucker said Drake been sucking my dick for the last 42 weeks non-stop and won a Guinness World Record, he joked. Let's say I do a joke like that and Baca want to come get us and shit. Now I can be like, well, now at least we got a buffer. Baca can send a cease and desist and be like, hey bitch, stop doing that shit. And then I can come on here and be like, look guys, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to say things such as Drake gave Baca a rim job that was the size of an NBA official goal anymore. Yeah. I'm not going to be able to say that type of stuff. I got a cease and desist, and I'm cease and desisting because, whatever. Sometimes they might ask you to take down shit. You got to take down the shit. That's what happened with Tasha K. That's why Tasha's was real bad. Make it her case so stupid. Even though we all learned valuable lessons, because fucking Cardi just asked her to take the shit down, said she lied, and Tasha did the complete opposite of that, all the way to the end and shit. So, but that's a good distinction, right? For us who do run our mouths and to be new media. Another thing is, and I think Milagro came up with that term, because something else she said on the stand was how we do our shit in our culture is different than old media, right? But that's where she kind of fucked up, because if you go call yourself media, do that count? Do that mean you a journalist? If you count yourself as a journalist, then that means there's standards and procedures and certain shit you can and cannot do that come with counting yourself as a journalist. I don't know if media and journalists are synonymous with each other in this case, but I think she counted herself as a journalist because she be doing research and shit. I want to put this out here right now. We are not journalists on any levels. Now, we are media, but we are comedic satire shit. Now, we do research on this bitch for sure, but we will just make up stories that we think is funny. And let me stop saying we, because Briss don't be doing it. I'll be making up stories that I think's funny, but it's still media though. I still want that cease and desist first before y'all start kicking in the door. So this is actually their case, the Tasha K case, and a couple other cases are very it's good that these cases are coming out, because it helps us learn and navigate and do things in a correct way without getting asses whooped. I'm gonna put something out there for you guys, okay? If you are a legal entity, a LLC or something like that, right, and you get sued for defamation or some shit, if you are an entity and they sue that entity, you have to, by law, get a lawyer, Briss. If you was just so-and-so and you ain't want an entity and shit, you could go represent yourself. But I don't suggest that. It's this chick from TikTok. They got sued for $1.75 million for fucking a homegirl's husband and shit. And she lost because she represented herself going up against real lawyers and shit. And so...
Recommended. That is 0 out of 10 recommended to go up against real lawyers, nigga.
0 out of 10. And I ain't go front, Brish. You know me. I be in my brain, I think I could win, but I know that they go just whoop my ass on shit, and I'm just have to go and get the hammer or whoever is available at that time. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This was a good lesson for everybody. And they do toes the line. Y'all saw I did my deep research on defamation, what it is and shit. And with defamation, long as you say beforehand, it's all about what you say before and then what you say after, then how you stand on this shit, whether it's defamation and shit. And if a reasonable person believe it. And I'm be honest, Milagro and her team Tron motherfuckers was really... I get how they won that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't no jokes and shit. It was like, the Bigfoot, I guess, was a joke, but everything else was like 100% like this, I believe this is what happened. I don't know if it was these. She came with my opinion, but it was too many people. I think all the people behind that whole what is it called, the mob and shit, kind of fucks over on that shit. But any goddamn way, so like I said, I'm gonna be easing up slowly but surely, backing up on certain shit. I'm gonna do my Googles and see how I can safely make jokes about celebrities that I don't like at all and keep it on egregiousness.
Well, based on Milagro, you could put it in a mixtape.
Which is true. She do got a point in shit. Cause as long as you put the shit in music, cause we gotta be honest, bro. To date. Now the only other rapper that really got called that and shit was this rapper called SPM, South Park Mexican. Are you aware of South Park Mexican, Brisk? He was a Houston rapper. He got caught with a 13-year-old and shit, a 12-year-old, or 11, real young. He in jail. I think he's still in jail. And when people was calling him a pedo and shit, that was, it was, 100% like verified and shit. So them niggas in Houston, and then Kendrick have said that's really the worst shit you can call a motherfucker. So I think you remember earlier when I said I don't want to do no damn beef songs? I guess I will come up with beef songs and shit. And maybe my Baca and Drake love stories will be in song, except I'm a singer. It's gonna be Fat Luther vibes and shit on how I feel like they make Sweet Love by the Fire every Thursday. In imagination world, not in real life, not on real life. That don't happen. But if I do it in R&B song, I guess it, cause South Park be having the president getting fucked in the ass and shit and getting the devil pregnant and shit. So
he do be having some wild shit on there.
So I guess you got to do it in there. Maybe I'm gonna have to make some cartoons and shit. All right. Let's see. What's y'all talking about out here? Let's see. Eva Renee, what's the business? I made a mistake once and forgot to take out my contacts, then put another pair on top of the ones that was already there. I thought I went blind.
Damn.
I'm gonna ask my wife. I think my wife did something similar to that one time. I remember a long time ago she did something crazy where she forgot she had them in or some shit. I forgot how the rest of that story went. I think she either forgot she had something happen, but I'm gonna ask her. That sound atrocious and shit. Let's see. What's the business? Be a blessing. Once I turned 40, my eyes said, "Bitch, we can't see." I've been wearing these ever since. I ain't gonna front. I would personally wear glasses and shit if I had, you know what I'm saying, so people would think I'm smart off top and shit. Well, maybe everybody ain't like me, but when I see people with glasses, I automatically be like, you know what? I'll let that person do my taxes.
Before that glasses technology got good to where it could, like, if your shit was hella thick, that it could like reduce it before it. Yeah, you ain't want to do that shit. Motherfuckers be telling hella. I remember my little cousin. This nigga was like 8. He just blazed me up as soon as I walked in the house. Like, damn, cuz. Damn. You can tell the future with them glasses. So in case you like, bro. Cause my shit looked just like that dude. My shit was so bad, I couldn't even I was trying to get some Meta glasses and shit. They were like, we can't put your prescription in these Meta glasses and shit.
God damn. That's crazy when you can't participate in future technology due to your prescription. That would hurt my feelings and shit a little bit. I'll be like, hold on, bitch. You might have a discrimination law, like them fat folks that wanted discrimination for getting 2 seats on the airplane and shit, and was like, you might be able to be like, hey, look, that's because ableism is some shit now. Like, you could be an ableist now. That's a real term, nigga. That's when you apparently discriminate against somebody because of if they have and you can't. I don't think you can even use the word disabled no more and shit. You gotta say. It's another term and shit. Like it's have you ever heard of shit called fat phobia, nigga? I thought
scared of fat people.
Nigga, that's what I thought phobia was, but apparently it just mean if you call somebody fat, you a fat phobic or some shit. The shit crazy. Yeah, dude, you can't even acknowledge people, because last time I checked, the scientific term for the shit in our body, them cells are called fat cells. Like, that's what it is. So if you got an accumulation of them, I'm like, hey, you fat than the motherfucker. I don't understand how that's. I'm not scared of you. I'm just saying, goddamn, you fat than the motherfucker. I ain't running away. But that, if you say that, you mean you fat phobic and shit. So yeah, so Briss, unfortunately, nigga, be careful. Next time you go to the strip club, you tell the motherfucker she got a fat ass, she might accuse you of fat phobia, nigga. Be careful of that shit, bro. Yeah, dog. It's real fucked up out here, man. You can't even give people compliments no more in this bitch, man. I can hear that. You know what the fuck we mean. Like, a little bit I do.
I'm hitting with that Chris Tucker. PHAT?
You know, pretty hot and tempting. I'm gonna wear these glasses. These is kind of glasses where you can get away with not being good at things in life, but people don't like talk down to you and shit because they think you touched a little bit.
That's like that nigga from the Howard Stern show. Did he really wear them shits, or is them fake? The black dude?
Nah, I think that's real. Like he really need that shit. You talking about Beetlejuice? Yeah. I think he need that shit. All right, yeah, I'm gonna wear these for the rest of the show and shit. Cause these are type, this right here, yeah, I'm gonna start wearing these all the time and shit. It's these sympathy glasses right here, Briss. These are the type of glasses. Yeah. These are the type of glasses I can say something fucked up to somebody real bad, like yell it and shit, and then when they turn around, I look like this.
My name Lil Daryl.
Yeah, and then they be like, "What the fuck you say?" I'm like, "Huh, mama." And ain't nobody around and shit, and they gonna leave me alone. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do this shit. This my new disguise and shit. Let's see. Somebody said, imagine Soup as a news anchor. That's what I'm gonna be trying to do over on my other channel, y'all. I'm gonna try. I done lost some weight and shit too. I can fit in this damn suit jacket again and shit. So y'all go see me. I couldn't fit in that bitch a couple of weeks ago, but it's coming. I'm gonna be getting my anchorage on and shit. Poison Ivy said, Arby said C and D is for hoes, hence he sent one.
Hey, that's wild. He did say that shit too, nigga.
He's a bitch. He's a bitch. That's my opinion. You can't, opinions ain't, and it's back too. You can pretty much call Drake any goddamn thing. Yeah, take that shit like, take me to court for defamation. Like, Pierce here, you called him several bitch ass, hoe ass, slut ass niggas here. Yeah, sorry, I meant to take out the nigga. I meant to put Wigger there. Do you have any facts proving that he is a Exhibit A? He filed a lawsuit in a rap beef, and the judge, that was your bitch ass, guilty. Bow. You just missed, sir. Yeah. No, put him in handcuffs, and then somebody could be like, no, he like handcuffs. Him and Bob could be using them. He'd be like, oh well, mother, shoot him, and then we gonna have a real good day that day, you guys. We got another super chat that's just done popped up. If I'm not mistaken, I could have swore I seen one.
Omar from Omar Pena.
Shout out to Omar Pena in the house, man. What's the business, Omar Pena, man? Hey, this motherfucker ain't popping up in the goddamn. Oh, there you go, right there. I was like, man, where the hell? Thank you for that super chat, man. How was your holidays, OG? One thing I learned from multiple court visits: wear glasses and slacks. The charges might say one thing, but the judge just sees a librarian. 100%. 100%.
Oh shit. Yeah.
This is a good type of, glasses is how you really want to get judged in life. You wear you some good old glasses and shit, like these right here. These say I do computer sales and shit.
I definitely, whenever I have an interview, I definitely wear glasses.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? My homeboy Suave used to wear glasses back in when we was in high school and shit, like Silk Shaka used to, because he looked like Silk Shaka. And when he put the glasses on, he really looked like Silk Shaka. I ain't gonna lie, he was pulling them motherfuckers in the mall, boy. He was pulling. They ain't had no kind of real life lenses in them either. Them motherfuckers with straight costume jewelry glasses. You know what I found out? E40 glasses ain't real neither. He don't even need to wear glasses. They got zero prescription in them hoes. He was like, yeah, I just wear these hoes. I think it look cool. Yeah, man. What is that? Hey, that ain't catfishing. That's sight fishing right there. Motherfuckers be sight fishing. You should be. You should be and shit.
Damn, 40.
I remember one time I had this is why I tell you I'm a fucked up son and shit. But I remember one time I had woke up early from school, and I remember I had woke up early to get ready for school. I was young too. I was in elementary and shit. I remember I walked in my mom's room. She was still asleep, and her glasses was on her nightstand and shit, and she was sleeping. I just remember thinking, I was like, wow, she really need them. Like, if I was to take them hoes right now, she would be fucked in the game. Like, she need them to see. Like, those are necessities to her. And so then when I got older, whenever I would talk to girls that wore glasses and shit, I would just look them in their face and I'd be like, you need them. If I took them off your face right now, took off from you, be fucked in the game. Like, you are handicapped. And they would laugh and shit. and then but kind of say that was fucked up, but then be like it's true though and shit.
It's real shit. I literally keep an extra pair of emergency glasses right by my bed, like on the floor, like kind of hidden, just because if somebody take my shit, I can't see. Yeah. So I need to be able to see what's the fuck going on.
That's crazy. They should do like I know it's probably a movie already where somebody like know karate real good and somebody try to outsmart them and slap the glasses off their face, but then they still whip their ass blindly and shit. I know it's a movie.
It is a movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme was in it. It was called what was that shit with the Kumite nigga? The nigga was fighting in the Kumite.
The Kumite. Bloodsport. He was blind.
Remember he had got blinded because that dude blinded him and shit, threw some shit in his eyes and he couldn't see.
Gotta be honest, I ain't never seen.
Oh, you ain't never seen that movie?
I know Bloodsport, but I ain't never watched it though.
Okay, but I know it was a part of the end where because he had been practicing how to fight blind and shit. I don't know why he was. Kumite, the nigga threw the shit in his eye. He couldn't see no more, so he had to fight blind.
Damn, that sound dope. Cause it was my brother had all them movies and shit, but back when I was like 8 and 9 and shit, I would go and get all my brother's tapes and put them in and fast forward it because I know by the end of the tape it was gonna be some porn shit in there. And I remember he had Bloodsport on there, and I would just fast forward to see if titties was in movies and shit back then too. And I don't remember, it was just all fighting in Bloodsport and shit. I was like, anybody want to watch this shit?
I love that shit. I was all in the martial arts when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was in the titties back then as a youth. All right. I was a little perv. Let's go on and get over to the DJ Akademiks. Now there is a term I want to bring to y'all's attention, okay? It's a term that narcissists do. This is what Trump does, okay? I don't know if you ever heard of this term, but put this in y'all's back pocket, all right? Put this in y'all back pocket, okay? So this term that we are about to see DJ Akademiks do is called future faking, okay? Future faking. Future faking is a manipulative and emotionally abusive tactic where an individual makes grand promises about a shared future, aka you telling a woman, hey, you know, in 2 years we go move in and get married, or hey, you know, when I can, I'm gonna buy you the biggest diamond ring, knowing goddamn well you ain't gonna do none of that shit. You know, that's just what they want to hear without any genuine intention of following through. This behavior is often used by people with narcissistic tendencies to control their partners, keep them emotionally invested, and gain something they want in the present, such as attention, resources, and compliance. That's what Trump did on his whole presidential run. Oh, I'm gonna save y'all money on the grocery. Oh, I'm gonna do all this. It's called future faking. It make you feel like, oh, they all about me. We in this together. They want to see me be at a certain level, and they go do it for me, knowing damn well you're not gonna do that shit. That is what fucking Akademiks is doing right now with Drake's IceMAN album. He is future faking. We are about to hear some of the most unbelievable and egregious predictions I've ever seen in my life, but these aren't predictions. He is trying to put into the what is Drake fans called dick suckers minds that Drake is gonna do these phenomenal numbers, and we just all know that that's not true. Check this out. This is what he got to say about this shit, and then I'm gonna show you proof that he is full of shit. Here goes DJ Akademiks with dick breath speaking. Please cover your nose.
Well, Drake is gonna do 400 to 600. Facts. This ain't the 300 album. This ain't a collab with Party Next Door. Next album is doing 400 to 600. And honestly, if I could control Drake marketing, he would have been doing 750 constantly. But 400 to 600.
$600 what? 1,000? Like the first week type shit? Is that what you talking about?
This motherfucker say he gonna pull a Marshall Mathers, nigga. And I think the motherfucking Marshall Mathers went platinum the first week. But this ain't the early 2000s and shit. Ain't nobody doing no goddamn 700-800. That's impossible. First off, that's impossible. This right here is 100% why you know he go. If that happened, that's 8 bajillion bots. That ain't happening in real life.
He did pissed off the bot daddies.
Oh, that's true.
So he ain't about to get that shit.
Well, he ain't gonna get them from that Meek Mill story. That's the goddamn story I wanted to talk about and shit earlier. We'll zig back down to that. He has pissed off the king, the top of the bots, the bots where it looked legal and shit type of bot people. But that's what he gonna need to sell some shit like that. Now, Briss, he is saying it off the strength of this, and just to make sure I got my memory is correct. Previously, in years past, before you knew about all of Drake's hoassery and shit, you did feel like his music was okay to listen to, right? Yeah. And you also spoke about that if he, and we agreed on this, everybody has agreed on this, that if this motherfucker had just went back to making them hoe ass anthems and shit, that he probably would have been okay, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
Do you think he can come back with the hoe anthems now? Do you think he can come with bitch ass anthems and get back to where he was at?
I don't think he can get back to where he was at, but that's what he needs to do. That's pretty much the only thing that he got, to be honest with you. That's what he need to do is come out with the singing shit, the melodies, nigga.
Okay. You tell me if this right here go get to 700,000.
So I remember I used to play Nintendo and shit, and it was this game where you had like a driving car and shit, and you were driving around, you cut the radio on, and it would play that kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
And this is some bullshit right there.
And I want y'all to see something. I just paused the shit out of nowhere, and look where it stopped at. His mouth is always ready for Baca. Every time. You can get any media from Drake and just pause that shit randomly. His mouth is going to be in Baca ready mode. And I'm be honest, y'all. I've been reading this book, and I believe all of us are spirits. All of us are part of the conscious and shit, and all of that. I really do. However, in these human bodies, some of us are dweebs and hoe asses, and he just happens to be one. He also, let's look at some of the comments in this as well. All right, now these are some of the comments. I wanted to say I had screenshot of some of it. Somebody say this motherfucker is stuck. Hold on, let me make sure I get these. Yeah, Leslie Mata said stuck. Somebody said this is not hip hop saving music. Kendrick really did a number on him. Hey, he said he was gonna save hip hop. This track is going double diamond in my house when it drops. So this motherfucker is. That's a sad state of affairs saying some shit like that. There goes Kendrick. And this is not hip hop saving music. Who said this was hip hop saving music? Drake previewing new music on his IG story. This track was also heard during IceMAN 3 Loosely Tired Stuck. Yeah, you was stuck in a rut of trashness. Somebody said, nigga even drinks Watergate. The fuck is wrong with him? Motherfucker want to be Kendrick so bad rapping over old beats. And this is
the memes right there, nigga.
Yeah, because this is very accurate to listen to Drake. Yes, these are the proper faces. Somebody has the first outwardly homosexual superhero out there doing his job. And fun fact, this is not Ice Brisk. This is pure man nut from sucking several penises, and his actual power was being able to hold ocean's worth of nut and freeze it. So yeah, that's Don't. I'm just assuming because what else could it be? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and as I showed y'all, watch. I'm gonna just randomly pause this shit, and it's just gonna look stupid in the motherfucker. Uno dos tres. Once again, just look. This is what it looked like when the first Pinocchio inserted into him. That was the face he made when the first Pinocchio went in that bitch, and then his face went back to this right here because he was like, oh, that's nothing and shit. Then when the second one came in there and shit, he made this face right here. And but then, that ain't nothing to him either. He went back to this face right here. But then the last two said, we go jump in there together and shit. And boom.
That's where his jump out the car
that's where his face jumped in right there. Cause he really like that. That hit the spot for him right there and shit. Yeah. Once again, hyperbole, just what it don't sound like it ain't true though. But it's not true. But it sound believable is what I'm saying though. But you shouldn't believe it. He is a full-blown heterosexual.
Every time I see Drake on some fuck shit like this, I'll be like, how the fuck did I not see all this shit in the past?
Hookah.
How did I not?
It was hookah. It was you remember that song? You remember that song Pussy, Weed, and Alcohol? That's all it was. That's the only reason Drake was able to get where niggas was going off of pussy, weed, and alcohol and shit. That's the only thing. But I ain't go front. I also was on that, but I wasn't that drunk. Goddamn it, I knew what the fuck I was seeing and shit. So now we go on and move over to spend our last 20 minutes on the Diddy doc. Now, this is where, like I said, I hate giving credit where credit is. It ain't credit, but when this motherfucker ain't all up in our shit, fucking up our shit, and he talking to his actual people. Could you see how relaxed he looked and shit? He got his damn who the fuck roll up damn sweatshirt damn shits. He don't give a fuck about the elastic at the end, nigga. That's to show you right here he ain't from our culture and shit. You ain't rolling up no goddamn sweatshirt hoodie fucking shit up your sleeves and shit. Your mama see that shit. What the fuck you doing? You stretching out that goddamn hoodie? I just bought you that shit. Like, I'm so sorry, mama.
Well, you saying it as if you assume that he got forearm muscles and shit. I would assume this nigga is Slender Man over there.
You know what?
The muscle game.
When you right, Briss, you right. I did make the assumption he had forearm muscles, but it's just he sit in that chair and appear to be jacking it off all day long and shit. So I'd assume he has Popeye level arms. But as you see right here, he do got some goddamn toothpick arms and shit. How you gonna have toothpick forearms in this motherfucker? But this is what he said about how the documentary people got the footage.
Diddy was doing a documentary
thinking
the Diddy footage when he was in that hotel and shit.
Diddy was doing a documentary thinking he was going to come out triumphant.
Yeah, I didn't know that's how this started. Is he started filming himself and getting this footage because he thought he was going to beat everything. Okay,
Diddy
that makes sense. Okay,
has a relationship
with Netflix. I knew that
with
Ted Sarandis. I saw that. Yes. Okay.
And he's filming it there, but of course, when you get, obviously it wasn't a clean sweep on the prosecutor's side, but you're still going to prison.
Yeah.
He basically kind of scraps it. It's not also Netflix is saying, because they commissioned it, right? Netflix is saying, all right, cool, just turn over what you got, and what we'll do, we'll make it what it is because we're just following reality. Diddy's like, well, hold on now. If I lost the case, I'm down to still do it with you, but I got to be able to control it. Now, Diddy was probably going to kind of shape this doc to make it look like, hey, this was malicious prosecution. They kind of went really hard at me. Mm-hmm. I'm not a perfect guy, but I am a good guy.
Yeah.
And Diddy was like, I need to be able to craft it. And Netflix was like, no, you're not. And he's like,
well, my question is, did he sign the footage over to Netflix so they own it? Mm-mm. Like, how were they able to do this without his?
No, but he didn't pay for it. So
essentially, they're calling it a payment error.
Oh.
So essentially, the deal falls apart, or he's like, yo, we're not going to do
So
this.
awkward.
And the
Oh my
people who
gosh.
did the work that have all this footage, they're like, so wait, you told us to film because this is going to be on Netflix. Now you're saying Netflix doesn't exist, and we're not getting paid because Diddy was going to pay with Netflix money. And Netflix realized this, and they went to the filmers and said, hey, give us the footage. Diddy
Shout
was
out
doing
for,
a documentary.
Shout out for us getting that good information and shit. Just let you know how fucked up the game is. Netflix went after that bad. They saw that motherfucker was gonna lose that damn case. He thought he was gonna get one of them Rupert Murdoch. Not Rupert Murdoch. Who was that motherfucker that did the Ponzi scheme shit?
Madoff.
Madoff,
Bernie
yeah.
Madoff, yeah.
Because he had that same documentary his like week before he went in and shit. And that's what Diddy thought the fuck was gonna happen to him. And it was like, no, he's gonna lose. How about we just let 50 go and have that shit. Now, with that being said, I was very surprised that about it, because the way 50 was coming, I thought it was gonna be like this hit piece and just a whole bunch of like 50 wearing a suit, like saying, yeah, so this is where, these are the videos of the dildos that y'all didn't get to see that was on Mace's bathroom and shit. I thought it was gonna be some crazy shit. I was very shocked when it was an actual real life documentary done on it, and there are some points that I want to go over. So the structure of the documentary was, it started off with his childhood, then it moved into his coming up through Andre Uptown Records and shit, and then kind of the formation of Bad Boy and shit. Then it went into his whole beef with Suge and shit, and then it ended with majority of the footage of him before the trial and shit, and just people's thoughts about him, and how some people, it started off with people that was his friends as a youth and shit, and by the end of it, they was like, God damn, his childhood friend was like talking about his childhood with his mama. His daddy was a hustler and shit that got shot, and how she was having not freak off parties, but adult parties there, and had them dance on the stage, and he saw a bunch of stuff as a youth, but said he was a goofy, was getting his ass whooped, and his mama was like, yo, you gotta start whooping people's asses and shit. And that's where Puff came from. You would Huff and Puff. And just how before that whole Heavy D shit happened with that All-Star game where all them people got killed and shit, he was different once he got into the record business and shit. So that was interesting. Now the craziest part of the first, I think it might have been the first or the second part of the documentary, was this part right here. I don't know if you saw this part, but this part was wild right here. Let me see, is this it? Check this out.
On the east side, him and his mother, he didn't know what was going to happen. And I saw Janice question.
So this was after the party and shit where the people died and stuff, and he had went into a hotel. He was kind of hiding off and shit, and it was him, old buddy that was talking, which was a co-founder of Bad Boy, with him, and then Diddy hiding in this hotel and shit, and this what happened. That's the preface.
On the east side, him and his mother, he didn't know what was going to happen. And I saw Janice question Sean. He's going into this music business thing. He just left school, and now this extreme tragedy has occurred. He's like, did he make the right decision? And I saw him put his hands on her, called her a bitch, and slapped her. He's not looking back.
Slap the shit out your mama in front of your homeboy and call her all sorts of bitches. You are the devil. I gotta be honest.
That is pretty wild. That statement, that little comment that's at the bottom of that video is wild too.
Sorry, like the guy who saw Diddy slap his mother and get beat and be his first baby mama in broad daylight and still decide to be his son's godfather and start a record business with him. We gonna talk about that because did you see the end of the last episode?
No, I didn't. I only saw 2 and then part of 3 so far.
So check this out. That dude that told this story is this guy right here, this fella right here. His name is Kirk Burroughs, all right? Now, let's look at his face, okay? He was a co-founder of Bad Boy with Diddy. When they set up Bad Boy, Diddy put 75% of Bad Boy in his mama's name because he didn't want none of the victims from the basketball shit to be able to come back. And then he gave him 25% of the shares, right? He ran all the day-to-day business of it. The deal that they got, according to Burroughs, was $10 million, and Diddy took $1.5 million and just kept it to himself and gave him $1.5 million and said, hey, I don't give a fuck how you spend it. Just make sure, this for overhead and shit, keep the business up. So, of course, the cheaper he keeps shit, the more money he get to keep for himself or whatever. So he basically ran all of the day-to-day shit for Puffy. Well, fast forward all the way to the end of this motherfucker. This is all the notes he kept too. He kept notes of everything he did. He kept all the notes of everything. Then he says that at the end, Diddy came behind him and was like, yo, hey, called him in his office, or came in his office like with a briefcase and shit, and was like, yo, I need your shares of the shit, of a Bad Boy and shit. I need it for some business shit. I'm gonna give it back to you and shit. Just sign him over right now. And his ass signed him over. Well, guess what he says at the very end of this documentary, bro?
What's that?
Diddy had been dealing him. Diddy had been essaying him. Like, he did it because he too had been in, I don't know if it was he say essay, but I'm gonna be honest. I hate to judge people like this, but I believe it was consensual on some level. Because he was there since day one and didn't leave. Briss, how many times you gonna let a nigga sexually assault you, nigga?
No, nigga. Nah.
This is where double standards come in, fellas. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man, but only children and women, and even with the women, you gonna have to tell me I'm gonna need some information. But for the most part, I'm gonna believe them like off top and shit when I hear that. But if you a dude and the story don't go, yeah, that motherfucker tried to take it and shit or try to touch my ass, I swung on him, I got fired immediately. If the story don't go like that, and then 15 years later you quit or y'all done quit, and you be like, hey man, so-and-so was sexually assaulting me.
Wow. 15 years.
For 15 years, my nigga?
That's pretty wild.
So
I'm with you on that a whole 100%. Because that's some bullshit.
And this only for men, you guys. I'm sorry, that's the double standard. That's just how it goes and shit. And it holds up for anybody, even myself and shit. You know what I'm saying? It holds for any person that is a grown ass man. If you a grown ass man, which means you're a whole a dubla obligata or whatever them form, whatever that part of the brain they consider people grown now. You can't tell me you got essayed by a dude for years. You just gonna have to be straight with me. I'll accept this. He touched me. I ain't like it. I didn't think I did, but then a little bit I liked it, but I didn't want it the first time, but then afterwards I kind of liked it. I'll be like, oh, okay, he turned you out. So he did, and due to the money and shit, I could see why you might have been. But then I'll be like, but you do know you was pre-gay though. Like, he didn't really turn you out. I gotta be honest.
Nigga, 15 years is a successful relationship, nigga.
Yeah.
for real, dog. That's a long ass time, bro.
And this right here, speaking of that, this right here look like the eyes of a jilted ex right here. This don't look like SA right here. This look like I used to love her and shit. Like that's what that look like. I'll be honest with you. And I hate to do that, but that's just the reality of y'all can send. I ain't got the emails up on this one yet, but y'all can send them goddamn emails to both Super Rig said that shit at gmail.com and Britt said that shit.com, because Britt's come to me be like, yeah, man, I just want you to know, man, my last job, I got SA for 10 years. I'm be like, so, dude, you do know you could just tell me you was gay, bro. I'll still be your friend and shit. Nigga, like, you don't have to say the nigga took it and shit, because he can't take it that many times, bro. You had to start giving it up. And he didn't go into the details and shit. But that was a crazy part of the documentary. Another part of the documentary that stuck out, it was a woman that told a story about before he got popping. He was in nigga. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this story, and then Eric Sermon had to. I'm talking about. You know that story I just told you about SAN and shit.
Yeah.
And how much. I don't even know where to categorize this story Eric Sermon said, bro. My brain really couldn't even put it together when he told me. And it was a story about him being with a transsexual and jumping out a window or something. I think Wendy Williams said that story about Eric Sermon a long time ago.
Eric Sermon did that?
Y'all let me know if I got it messed up or some way back, but I remember Wendy Williams saying he was messing with either was a transsexual dude and ended up jumping out a window or some shit, okay? The first time I ever heard the story, I was like, no. Then I watched a bunch of interviews with him. I was like, okay, I can't see it. Because I got to be honest, y'all. If you got hazel eyes as a dude and they natural, on top of just on top of just regular, I know you got the hoes hate. I'm like, I think that dude might be Tyler Perry status. Now, mixed with that story, I was like, and then he was hella soft spoken too. I was like, okay, I kind of believe Wendy Williams and shit, because Wendy Williams said a bunch of shit that nobody ever said she was lying about. He might have said she was lying about it, but when being thrown out of a window or jumping out a window is involved, I don't believe.
Story too.
I don't believe, because there's only 2 reasons to jump out a window. It's only 3 real legit reasons to jump out a window, Briss. It's a fire in the house. It's a fire. Okay. Second, you in a fight with somebody, they pull a pistol and you ain't got no other way, and that's the only way out. I can see you jumping out the window on that. All right. And the third, somebody walk in while you sucking a transsexual's balls and they like, oh shit, is that Eric Sermon? And you push that motherfucker out and then jump out the goddamn window. Them the only 3 times I can see window jumpers out of it. Every time somebody done jumped out, Eddie Murphy with the transsexual, that motherfucker, the transsexual, jumped out the window and shit. Ain't nobody jumping out the window to commit suicide as well. They jumping off the top of a building. You can only be helped out of a window and there's some suicide shit, or you jumped out. That being said, let's get back to the serious shit. It was a woman on a video set, because he was doing music videos and dancing and shit, as Suge Knight had told us at the beginning of his career. And it was a woman that played his love interest in it. Long story short, she says that he pops in, somebody told her, or she was somewhere, and they pop in a tape and he was smashing and shit, showing people tapes of him smashing, and she say she don't remember it occurring or nothing like that or something. I was like, god damn. And in the other documentary, it was a story somebody at the college was talking about. He was just beating some broad's ass outside of the campus and shit. Now we got that out the way. This was EPMD's story. So you know Misa, right? You know his first baby mama, Misa?
Yep.
So Misa was with Eric Sermon first, and then they broke up. Apparently, Diddy was and I guess there's some Scorpio shit, because I ain't gonna lie, I was guilty of this shit back in the day too. All my homeboys know and shit, but he was you can call it a scavenger, or you see somebody with somebody you like and shit, you wait for that shit, right? I think it's some Scorpio shit. November Scorpio shit. Future type shit. He wanted to get with Misa. gets with Misa, and he jealous. They said Puff real jealous, like super jealous, like the worst kind of jealous and shit. And fucking, hold on, this shit keep freezing. It better not freeze and not come back. I know that goddamn much. I know that damn much. Said he was real jealous. Eric Sermon and Misa was still cool. This how Eric Sermon told the story, and it started off with some major parts missing out of it. He says Misa and Diddy together, and one day she just so happened to be in the driver's seat of his truck. Okay, that's what Eric Sermon says. He said Misa just so happens to be in the driver's seat of his truck. He gives no other details, but his ex, Diddy's current, is in the driver's seat of his truck. Says Diddy walked up, so I'm assuming Eric was on the passenger side. Say Diddy walked up and was like, hey, what the fuck is going on in this bitch? And once again, he leaves out a lot of details, but he then says Diddy swung on him. And he was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Diddy swung on me. I was like, god damn, we just friends and stuff. Which I ain't go front. It is kind of shaky. I'm not saying you swing on nobody, but why the fuck is you in the driver's seat of your ex car and shit? We supposed to be together. I'm not giving Diddy no bail, but it do sound like you still knocking them boots in my thought process. He then says he gets out the car and it was gonna get crazy. Like he was about to whoop Diddy's ass. And Diddy was like, yeah, we gonna go around the corner and settle this. He says him and Diddy go around the corner to settle it. I don't know where the tape player came from. I don't know if they all got in a car and drove around the corner, but he says they went around the corner. And soon as he was about to steal on Puff, they was about to get into it. Puff said, hold on, wait. Pulls out a tape and puts in Notorious Big, Ready to Die. The first print of it. And he was like, oh my gosh, this shit crazy.
What? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's how the story went that he told.
I'm telling you this shit. It might be verbatim, nigga. Like I'm talking about I had to pause the goddamn Netflix. I was like, hold the fuck. I listened to the story again. I was like, hold on. So Puff swung on you. Then y'all get out the car, go around the corner. Somehow it's a tape player available and you about to whoop his ass, and then he like, hold on, don't do nothing. Listen to this first. And that's what he said, that's the first time I heard Notorious Big and I was blown away. And then that was the end of the segment. They went on to another story about Biggie's career and shit.
Wow.
That makes no sense.
So folks in the chat saying Diddy hopped in the car and they drove around the corner.
That's still stupid. You ain't about to swing on me and get in my car. What type of shit is that? He got swung on and then Diddy got in the car. It's way more to that story than he jumped out that goddamn window. Wendy Williams wasn't lying. That's all I got to say. Go just tell a bold-faced lie on the goddamn documentary and shit. Unbelievable ass story like that. Was Misa still in the car and shit? She's talking about before he was, hold on, don't whip my ass and go put the tape. Get the fuck out. What? I'm kind of getting upset about this shit right now, bro. That shit made me angry. All right. Now, it's a couple of things. The main thing about this documentary, I know I'm running behind, but the main thing about this documentary to me that is kind of making me, everybody like, oh, 50 petty and da-da-da-da. I was like, my bad. This was a real life documentary and shit. This one fucking shade tree bullshit where he was just trying to make Puff look bad. They talked to a whole bunch of people. They talked to people that went on the first one. They talked to some of the jurors. But the main part of the documentary I thought people was gonna really focus on is the whole part about Pac and Big and how people close to Puff think Puff had something to do with Big getting shot. How people close to Puff feel like Diddy had something to do with Pac. Well, I think Pac got hemmed up because of Jimmy Henchman that first time and shit, but they think Diddy got something to do with all that shit. They told the whole Keefy D story, which everybody, if you been following that shit, Keefy D said they shot Pac a long time ago and shit. They was supposed to get paid. Puff had hired Crips to be his security in LA shit, cause Suge is Bloods and shit, but they really went in depth in that shit, and people close up was like, yo, they asked one of the Crip niggas, like, so who they said, who do you think killed Biggie? And he was like, yeah, no, next question and shit. People close to that nigga was like, and that's when they got to the part about what you said, Biggie's damn funeral and shit. That nigga said, yeah, Biggie go pay for this shit.
That's crazy, bro.
That shit was
That's
wild.
That's
then
next level wild right there.
Said he, and Biggie mama said Diddy didn't take care of her and shit, or whatever the fuck. Then I'll never forget that shit. I remember that goddamn performance when he came out doing that goddamn pot of parade ass ballet dancing on "I'll Be Missing You" and shit on the MTV Awards with all the smoke. I'll never forget, man. I'm dead serious. I was like, this nigga, this is. I don't know what the words was for, but I felt it was fucked up and shit. Like, cause you could tell this nigga was basking. He was literally sucking the energy out of Big's death to put himself up on top and shit. I was like, God, I remember watching that shit feeling very like crazy. But anyway, the end of the documentary had him pretty much showing how he manipulate people. I think it was his old bodyguard or one of his homeboys was like, man, he was like, I really believed in Puff and shit. He was a street nigga, and he was like, until this case came up, man, he was like, that nigga never went back to the hood on some real shit, never. And as soon as he need everybody on his side and shit, now he back in the hood and shit. Now he want to give people hugs and handshakes, and then they showed that clip where he got back in the car. He was like, yeah, I gave out 100 hugs. I need some of this. I need some hand sanitizer and shit. Now, of course, you know, but just how they set it up, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I touched these nasty motherfuckers, how they kind of set it up and shit. And basically how he was talking the whole goddamn rest that whole time, he really thought everything was gonna be okay in that last shit. Now the jury, it was an Indian jury. He was like, with the whole Cassie part, he was like, yeah, cause it is shit that we didn't hear, we didn't see, we didn't hear that they did. And they was like, with the Cassie part, he was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. But that whole Cassie shit, he was like, yeah, you can't be talking about you mad and shit and fucked over, but then go back and then want to be mad about the shit. They heard more of them getting back together, breaking up, getting back together type shit, and more of some she was accepting it for the lifestyle type shit. Which, like I said, before I found out some pertinent information, I was 100% she got groomed and shit. But then I found out what she was doing before she met Puff and shit, and she knew what the fuck was going on. She knew the game and shit. That's not deserving of getting your ass beat in the hallway. I'm not saying none of that, but we all know somebody. At least anybody. I know some girls that to this day get turned on by getting their head knocked between the washer and the dryer, my nigga. Like that, if you want to get them wet, nigga, you better stone cold their ass if you want any chance. Not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying we know some folks like that, and I think that's what they were saying.
Folks out there like that. That is a fact, though. Yes.
Before we get out this bitch, man, what did you think about the documentary? And what do you think? So you ain't seen the backlash where people like, oh, 50 fucked up and this was petty and this.
Well, I seen some people on the online, like some people saying they wasn't gonna watch it because they ain't respect 50 and they ain't respect a black man shitting on another black man and all this kind of shit. I did see some comments like that. But when I watched it, I thought I laughed and I was like, 50 petty is a motherfucker for bringing this out. But you say it's a real documentary though. It's a real documentary. It's a real documentary. And
another thing, they already did a Diddy documentary. This wasn't the first one. I seen the dumbass comment somebody drop was like, I bet you 50 don't do one on what's that nigga name? The one with the Trump tapes and shit.
Trump tapes.
The motherfucker that they claim killed himself and shit. Eisenhower.
Oh, Epstein.
Somebody in the goddamn comments was like, "Oh, I bet you 50 won't make a documentary." I know somebody 50 won't make a documentary on ... Epstein, and everybody was like, "Bitch, he didn't know Epstein and shit. Like, how the fuck he go make a documentary about somebody he don't know shit about them and shit, and they ain't a part of the same culture. They went in the same circles and shit." Let me say something about that shit. Oh, there's another black bring the black man down, all that shit. Shut that shit the fuck up. Niggas acting like, first off, do people not, what happened to people having enemies and shit? All them niggas, do people not have enemies no more? Do you not, for the most part, hate your enemy for life? Or is that people just ain't got lifelong enemies no more? Is that what the fuck it is? When 50 Cent, this how two-faced niggas is. We all loved 50 Cent for how he stumped Ja Rule in the ground unmercifully. I'm talking about this nigga non-stop went up on Ja Rule and shit. Like, the nigga was already dead, kept kicking. Everybody like, hell yeah. We all up. But now with this Diddy shit, trying to kick another black man when he's down. No, Diddy kicked a half Filipino girl while she was down. That's what the fuck he did. Diddy done did a whole bunch of fucked up ass shit. And as 50 Cent said in his own words, Diddy talked fruity to him. And he never was gonna fuck with that no more. He didn't fuck with that. How are people mad at people having lifelong enemies and shit as if they don't have lifelong enemies?
He did ask 50 Cent if he could take him shopping and shit.
Yeah. And then 50 did some very questionable shit by taking Mace to shopping in the window shopping video, which I never understand what type of revenge that was. And I think that was pretty fruity, 50. It was a fruity move in my book. And you are in the upper echelon of income where I can't put you sucking dick past you, bro. I just can't. There's no evidence, but you got the money to where I just can't. For real. And the way you moving around, 50.
Because 50 be talking too much shit, though.
Like,
he be talking way too much shit for it to be some dirt like that about him.
But it ain't no dirt when you sucking the right penises. That's just, you know, I can't, like I said, I don't put shit past nobody, okay? When you make that much money, because I gotta believe, y'all know I was raised off the 2010 2011 Illuminati videos and shit, okay? So that told me that all my favorite hip-hop rappers and people of power suck dick to the top, and I just can't. It's nobody that, you know, and he be moving around very crazily, and he did get a girl going pregnant. He went and she was a pass around to the stars, and she was alleged a witness in the Diddy case, the Asian chick. She was a well-known blade walker of the industry, and tongue kissed in the mouth, had a baby. Then got mad when Diddy, and that's the only part I give to people. If this was over her, then. But he always been talking shit about Diddy, even before that. So I can't even get mad about that. As long as he don't say that as you can't say that as an out loud reason, though, 50. Don't say that as an out loud reason. Luckily, he been shitting on Diddy since before. But if he ever come out and be like, well, he got with my baby mama, then I have to be like, all right, that was some bitch ass shit, 50. You had to charge that to the game, buddy. Anyway, let's see what y'all talking about. Then we gonna get the fuck about this bitch. Let's see. Somebody said, hey, it's Teresa Kimbrough in this bitch. What's the business, quadruple OG?
Teresa Kimbrough.
Unfortunate looking is fucking hilarious. I'm definitely using that. Who ugly? Let's see. And you can leave me at the drop of a dime. Well, I'm gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tear. Who is talking about on that? I'm missing all of these jokes.
That dude who was in a relationship.
Oh yeah, that was a relationship.
I was your lover and your secretary.
Damn. Wow. He really was.
15 years.
Damn.
15 years.
15 years. And that nigga had the notes. See, bro, he was a real life secretary in this bitch. That nigga really had notes. Look at this shit. This shit was wild. He recorded and kept them too. Hold on, fuck yeah, this was a love story gone wrong. Oh, this is one thing I did want to say. You know, Diddy came out and called it a shameful documentary, right? Well, this is what Netflix came back and said. It says, Netflix has insisted its new documentary about Sean Diddy Combs, produced by the rapper 50 Cent, is not a hit piece or an act of retribution, following criticism from the jailed former hip-hop mogul. A spokesman for Combs called the 4-part documentary titled Sean Combs, the Reckoning, a shameful hit piece that relied on stolen footage. It includes what Netflix described as explosive footage filmed in the days before his arrest, including a phone conversation with his lawyer. Fuck! Combs was convicted of prostitution-related charges in July. His spokesman said it was fundamentally unfair and illegal to use private recordings, but Netflix said the material was obtained legally, which we heard that it was. One other thing that was crazy to me was, did you see the Lil J, the producer and shit part?
Not shit, nope.
So basically, Lil J said the same thing his old buddy did. He was like, he'd be over there and doing the pink cocaine and all that shit, and he say sometimes he go to sleep, wake up his girls in the bed. He's like, sometimes he go to sleep, wake up Diddy in the bed. Then he said he woke up, asshole was sore one time, I believe, and he said then he said some sexual shit occurred. And he was like, yo, I couldn't go, my conscience wouldn't let me go, you know, I have to stand up for justice for other people and shit. And Diddy Future faked him. Diddy owed this nigga money, and he got all the phone recordings of Diddy jerking this motherfucker for the money. Pause. This motherfucker was like, he had Diddy on the call like, hey man, hey dog, look, it's a process, you know, we go get you squared away, but you kind of act like somebody I don't want to like no more, man. We go get your business handled. Like, he constant calls of this nigga basically bullshitting him about his money and shit. Like, I'm talking about the shit sound like Diddy was broke or something, the way he was talking and shit. And I'll be honest, he was like, I love you, dog. Not no, it didn't sound like homoerotic, I love you. At the same time, though, it did give a smidge. It did give a smidge of this nigga right here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, man. Let me see what y'all talking about. I ain't got the producers button fixed yet. I'm still working on that. Let's see. Poison Ivy said Eric Sermon, as in Eric and Paris making dollars. Yeah, the EPMD, man, crossover, which that's one of my favorite duos of all time. That's top 3 greatest rap duos for me, man. Outkast, them, and UGK. Let's see. Who said the video when Eric was singing in the shower in his appearance on the Gas Face video. And you do know Eric was one of the first East Coast niggas to move down to Atlanta.
Damn.
He got a very well-known car shop down there and shit. He was one. He said, I remember the interview. He was like, I moved to Atlanta and I fell in love the first day I got there. And then I remember the first time I ever went to Lenox Mall, walking around with a girl, and a nigga straight hollered at me while I was with a girl. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is the gayest place on earth. These motherfuckers did that shit openly and shit. So once again, the evidence is leaning towards Wendy Williams being correct and shit.
Makes sense, man.
Allegedly, Elise said, to be fair, in the video, Diddy told Misa to tell your friends to get with my friends and they could be friends. Shit, they could do it every weekend. Which, you know what really sucked, man? The dopest
Misa was like
music.
12. Wasn't she like 14 or some shit in that video?
Who, Misa? Nah, she just Asian, mixed black Blasian and shit. She just looked hella young and shit. You know her and Mary J. Blige into it over some young nigga and some money and shit. They been suing each other. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. All right. Let me go on to say what's up to the producers and shit, because we did go over a bit. And then we about to get out this horror. Let me see. Where is the button I can see? So shout out to Lady Lex, STL Dunya. Hey, Lady Lex blessed us twice. The MJ impersonator. Oh, that's who she was talking about. Look like whatchamacallit earlier. Okay. Omar Pena, Cosmic Fury blessed us too. Thank you, Cosmo, for being a member for 6 months. Also, if you're not a member, make sure you join that membership. It's only $2.90 nizzle with the inflation going up and everything. Hey, it's a good deal for some good laughs and some good fun. And Omar and Cosmo Fury said African Drake glazers. Did this motherfucker go out? Oh, okay. It said African Drake glazers don't hide on FB. Terrible. Yeah, they do usually be some foreign foreign from the diaspora and shit. And Omar Pena said, Drake so deep in the closet, he already found that butt plug Baka got him for Christmas. His stocking just full of lube and stolen lyrics.
Ah, damn. Shit.
Thank you for that super chat. Thank you for everybody for y'all's production, funding of the productions. As y'all know, we are pretty much membership funded and super chat funded until I get to chopping up videos again and shit. So we really appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the likes, the super chats, regular chats. Thank you for viewing. If you can share it, hey, share it to your folks. If you see this after the fact, I might leave this one up. Y'all can hype it and shit. And yeah, tomorrow I will be on probably at 11 a.m. CST time on my other channel, What's the Biz with Super Rig, talking about just more news, other shit, crimery and shit, less musical shit. So meet me over there tomorrow for that live. What else I want to put out there? Briss, do you got anything you need to promote? I know you your channel about to get monetized on your channel and shit, and your IG and shit.
My YouTube about to get monetized. It's brisk. Let me put that up here.
Yeah, that's
and allegedly Elise was but I was singing the Mary J song earlier. It's secretary.
Oh, okay.
Secretary.
Okay. I thought y'all was talking about DJ Akademiks and his secretary. So make sure y'all go follow Brisk out there and shit. Let me put my chin off in this bitch while I'm out here. Y'all going in and get this at SGP. Wait. Was the business? I don't know if it's gonna stick. Hell no, it ain't gonna stick. Oh yeah, we gotta do the final tally of the question of the night. So with 92 votes in total, 59% of y'all care about y'all's gastric internal processing system. 24% of y'all, I hope we see y'all on Friday. I really do. And 17% of y'all was like me and didn't cook a goddamn thing off in this bitch. And that is over. But yeah, we appreciate y'all for hanging out with us, man. Is there anything else you want to say? Oh, wait. Thanks to all the moderators, we really appreciate y'all, and thanks to all of the struggle crew members, we really appreciate y'all as well. Is there anything you want to say before we get out this bitch? And hit that like if you ain't hit the like yet. Please hit the like. Go on, hit that like. I'm a little bit out my depression shit, so now I'm back to knowing how to promote our shit and feel like our shit is actually worth promoting this shit. Anything you want to say?
I'm gonna say throw the Thanksgiving leftovers away, bro.
Please
go ahead, throw that shit away.
That's a goddamn that's a motherfucking health. What's that shit? The special health shit that would they be doing? Special health service announcement and shit, like on some real shit. Please, y'all. Please just throw it away. I know it hurt throwing away food. I know it hurts throwing away food, but sometimes you just because it don't smell, that don't mean shit. All right, it gotta grow before it can smell. I need y'all to remember that out here. We about to get out here. I still ain't fixed the final theme, but I got this other outro button. I don't know where the fuck it's gonna do, but we'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace out.